Survivor Specialist Phil and Alexa are back, and tonight we're doing something very, very special, something very, very different. We're doing a trivia game all about Survivor with our patrons. We have 16 patrons who have signed up to take on the challenge. We'll see how it goes. There's an army of 8 of them beneath me right now. We have 8 of them who aren't here, 8 who are beneath. And we're just going to go.
People are beneath you. You have intern. You have people who are beneath you. It's really just you got quite the complex here.
It just makes me feel better. It makes me feel I can add and remove people at any time I want. We're going to be doing this. It's 2-loss elimination in the spirit of New School Survivor. Because why would you be eliminated as soon as you lose? You must stay in the game. That's how we're going to do it. So a 16-team bracket. 2-loss elimination. It's pretty basic. Anybody who kind of watches like any sporting event, Little League World Series, something like that. It's a pretty basic thing. This could go on a while, but everybody's going to get at least 2 chances. The way it's going to work for everybody is you're going to get 5 questions each. Whoever gets the most right out of their 5 moves on to the next round. The other person moves to a loser's bracket, get 2 losses. You're out.
Alexa, losers bracket. We're not even calling it the edge of extinction.
We'll call it like the Will bracket because you're all Vaughn level patrons. So we'll call it the Will bracket because Will is a little bit lower than Vaughn, but not quite a loser. That's how we'll look at it. So I think that's better. So yeah, we're gonna get this thing started. Alexa, we got anything else we got to say here? Is that it?
I don't think so. I'm just super excited to chat with and meet all of our patrons. We had one pop in early and said she was starstruck, but actually I feel kind of the same way back to everyone else. It's better than just like occasionally Facebooking each other with our power ranking. So this is going to be a lot of fun.
This will be good. So here we go. Our first matchup is going to be McKenna Feeney versus Andy Vogel. Let's bring them both in. We got McKenna here. We got Andy here. What's going on, both of you? How are you?
I am a panicked mess.
I said to both of you, but I messaged you both earlier because you're actually second on our list here for the bracket. And I was like, there's actually been a scratch here. They're going to be moved to the bottom. So you're going to be first. And both of you at the exact same time said, oh, no pressure. And I was like, this is fantastic. There's two minds that are thinking the same.
That's perfect.
I mean, I was so ready to just watch to see what these questions are. I'm like ready for anything from the most basic to like who was the 4th person to eat the 2nd grain of rice at the Kucha camp on day 29. Like, I'm ready for all that, but I don't know what's going on.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, there could be questions like that. There could also be a lot easier questions that you're all going to be very surprised by. But since we'll go back since we are doing the New School Survivor thing of you get 2 losses. Let's also do the Old School Survivor thing of very briefly. Andy, favorite season, favorite moment, anything you want to say, anything you got to say here to introduce yourself so our fans will, fall in love before they even hear you answer a question.
Love. Ooh. So I have been obsessed with Survivor since I was about 9 years old. The first season that I watched live was Amazon. So I'm a Rob Cesternino stan, if ever that were a thing. Mm-hmm. He's been my boy ever since before RHAP was a thing, before any of his follow-ups. I was super lucky. Like the next year I got to go to the Survivor All-Stars finale where I met Rob, and he told me to never grow up to go on Survivor. And I have now applied 9 times.
There you go.
And here you are growing up on a Survivor trivia podcast. So close.
Yeah.
And we are very supportive of RHAP for anybody who is wondering. I know there was some feuding earlier, but it is not a bad thing if you say that you like RHAP. We understand because we like RHAP too, despite popular opinion. McKenna, how about you?
Oh, my first season was actually Millennials versus Gen X. I was watching Biggest Loser at the time, and Richard Hatch was on it, and they were talking about like that he was the winner of Survivor, blah blah blah, and kept going at it. I was like, well, what the heck is this show? Started it, and then just immediately binged like all the seasons, and then like repeated it. And it was right after like I just missed Co Wrong. So I had to wait the off season to start Millennials versus Gen X. And then, I mean, I'm a cliche with my favorite player being Parvati. And
That's a very okay clue.
I have her autograph picture that I got, and then Alexa's here.
Oh my God. Yes, on the wall.
Oh wow,
Oh my
is that
gosh,
from the New York one?
Yeah, from
Yeah.
Andrea's fan forums.
There you go. Celestina, I know you're in here listening, but Celestina probably has a much less flattering photo with Alexa because she met Alexa at the finale of Survivor Season 37. But that one, Alexa, you looked like you knew what was going on.
It was
all right,
Christmas. We were celebrating.
Were we at the fan forum on the same night? Because I also met Alexa at the fan forum.
Well, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Definitely hung out.
That's like a
before.
thing. Yeah.
I wish she kept doing. Those were so fun.
They were.
I know they were.
Unfortunately, I never get to go to any of that stuff because when you live on the West Coast, you live still on East Coast time and nothing. you can't do anything because Survivor airs and you're still at work or doing whatever, and it's really annoying. So, but let's do these questions. So we actually have very scientifically decided how we're going to go about picking who goes first and all of that. So in honor of Greg Buis, both of you pick a number between 1 and 10.
2.
3.
There you go. Andy, do you want to go? The number was, for anybody who's wondering, I actually put all these numbers down beforehand, so I'm not just making it up. The number was 6. Andy, you get to choose if you would rather go first or second.
I think I want to know at least what one question is like before I answer one, so I'm going to go second.
All right. And McKenna, would you rather have myself or Alexa read you the questions?
Surprise me.
Oh, okay.
Phil, what do we do?
I don't know. I want to read the first question. So you know what, McKenna, you're getting me. That's
Perfect.
how it's
well, McKenna doesn't have a picture on her wall, but we'll get there. You take the
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I got to build this. I got a bond here. So, all right, the first question, Alexa, by the way, let's just mark them red and green based on if they're right or not. I forgot to mention that earlier, but that's all we're going to do. First question, McKenna, all the pressure's on you. First question of our trivia game. Told you some of these would be kind of simple and some would be hard. Who won Survivor Season 12?
Season 12 is Panama, which is ours.
There you go. All right. You're on the board. See? Also, for anybody who's breathing heavy like McKenna is right there, these aren't like trick questions. There are some later, but in the first round, we did lob some softballs. So don't
I had my friend went deep dive into like craziness. So I was like,
here we go.
All right, Alexa, ask away.
Next one right under there?
Nope.
Okay.
First question of pod 2.
Oh.
So you're doing pod 2, I'm doing pod 1.
Gotcha. Similar question. Who is the winner of Survivor Season 14?
That's for me.
Yep.
And that's Fiji, so that is Earl Cole.
There you go. You're both on the board. Both on the board. Setting the tone. Here we go. All right. McKenna, your second question. What contestant did Jeff Probst date?
Julie Berry.
There you go. We got 2.
Easy.
We got 2. Got it. Love it.
Question 2 for Andy. Which location has hosted the most seasons?
I think we're on like season 900 in Fiji, so we'll go with that.
There you go. We're just
900 seasons.
ripping through them. Everybody right now is like, these aren't even trivia questions. These are easy. Don't worry. Don't worry. We want everybody to feel good first. This way we can knock it down later. That's what it's all about. All right, McKenna. Now it starts to get a little trickier. Who's the first person to be eliminated from tribal council without ever receiving a vote against them or quitting?
Pascal.
There you go. You've been listening to our podcast.
Oh, of course. I've
Well
been like
done.
putting that.
All right. Question 3 for Andy. Who was the first person eliminated from Survivor One World?
Eliminated, so are we counting medevacs?
Eliminated.
So that would be Courtney Moon.
There we go.
Okay.
We figured we weren't going to actually answer that, but eliminated. All right, guys.
All right, McKenna. Name 3 returnees who have never made the merge.
Jeff Varner, Francesca, and crap.
I should have set a timer.
You got 5 seconds.
Yeah, crap.
Throw a name. That's 15.
I don't have it.
You don't have it. That's our first
You got
incorrect.
2.
You
I
had
got
two
two.
right away. Those are the easier ones. Colton,
Yeah. Oh,
Caleb,
yeah.
Caleb, and Russell Swan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, none of them made merges. All right,
You
there's our.
came with some two good ones.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
Alexa.
God, that looks so mean. All right. Which Survivor China castaways are married to each other?
Eric Huffman and Jamie Dugan.
There you go.
It's
All
the
right.
last names. Extra mustard on that question.
Extra mustard on. All right.
It's important for when I fall from the top later.
Exactly. Don't worry. We'll get you later. All right, McKenna, you got to get this question right. Otherwise, you move to the losers bracket. I'm sorry. The will bracket. The will bracket. I'm sorry. All right. What was the name of the person who quit just days before filming of Survivor Fiji?
This is a tough one.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
You don't? Andy, do you know it by chance?
I do. I know.
What is it?
It's Melissa McNulty.
That's who it is. That's
Nice.
it. So McKenna, unfortunately, we're not going to need to ask.
This is where it was going.
We don't need to ask Andy's second or last question here, which honestly was the one I was most excited to ask. It's very hard.
You can ask me. I want to know.
No, we're going to move it over to a tiebreaker question. So anybody who's waiting here for a tiebreaker, you know what's coming. But so McKenna, we're going to move you here. You're going to be going at, okay, so I have this all written out just so I can give you an idea, since we're going to have to kick both of you out of the chat here and then bring you back in. McKenna, you're going to be going in the 25th of these matchups. Or I'm sorry, not the 25th. That's crazy. That was way too long. The 12th of these matchups. Sorry. So this is the first one. So you got like 12, you got 11 more before you go. Andy, you're going to be going sooner than that. So I'll shoot you a message sooner. You're going to be going in the 9th of these matchups. So Andy, you move on. But I'm going to have to kick you both out of here so we can get ready for our next matchup, and we'll bring you back. Handshake. I'll give you both a heads up. Good job. Sucks being the first group to go, but you both did very, very well.
Great.
One name away. One name away.
I know.
All right,
don't lose sleep over it or anything.
Let's bring in our next matchup. Alexa, I almost removed you.
No.
I know. I almost did. All right. So Alexa, I'm going to move them out.
Yep.
Cool. So McKenna and Andy are both gone, which sets the stage for our second matchup here. Not bad, right? Everybody's feeling a little bit better now because they're like, all right, we kind of understand what's going on.
For those of you who don't have a photo of me in your room, you might as well just leave. Yeah, I'm just saying. McKenna really set the bar high.
Agreed. Johnny Fairplay is now in the chat because he took a photo of you in his room. We're bringing in Austin Garso and Celestina Hendrickson for the second match.
Hey.
So, Alexa, give them the rundown here because I'm going to go talk to everybody over in the Facebook. So let's get them to tell something about themselves, but I need to go to the Facebook and tell people when they're allowed to come back.
All right. Phil's going to go actually do the administrative and the most helpful part of this. But Celestine and Austin, I want to hear from you guys. Let's talk about you guys. Let's hear about your favorite season and your favorite player. Celestina, let's hear you first.
Okay. Well, it's funny because, Alexa, you always have your hot takes. Apparently in the Survivor community, I have really hot takes because my favorite season of Survivor is Survivor Fiji, and people like to come for me for that.
That is
I recently just rewatched Fiji, and I got really emotional because it was so good. It just had everything I wanted. It has a lot of diversity, of course, which is great too. So yeah, I love that season. And I would say I have a lot of favorite players, but I'm just going to go with one who just gave me good TV, because that's what I really like to watch Survivor about. And that is Morgan from Cagayan.
Wow. What a pick. There we go. Yeah. A lot of people have a lot to say about the Cagayan characters, but Morgan is very underrated as a funny, great character.
I mean, one of my favorite scenes of Cagayan is when everybody's looking for the immunity idol, and Tony's like, it's serious if Morgan, who doesn't do anything, is up here looking for it, and then she's casually flipping over a rock,
Yeah. Got up. So Tony has an awesome confessional where it's exactly so.
Those are very hot takes, though, Celestina. I thought I have hot takes, but those are outrageous.
I mean, you should even see my top 5. It's very controversial, but that's.
Well, I'm sorry we asked all the Survivor Fiji questions to Andy and McKenna.
Yeah.
It's okay. Well, I actually got really nervous because I was like I know Survivor, but I don't know if I know it that well. So we'll see how, even if it's a easy question, if I'm able to get that. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. Austin, how about you?
Oh gosh. I don't really have like a favorite season. I started watching, I think Gabon was my first season. And then I actually just started like going back and watching all the old seasons. So I'm on, I think 14 right now. So there's actually a couple that I still haven't seen. So I'm kind of unprepared, but
That's okay.
I would say favorite player, probably also a little bit of a hot take because obviously he's boring. So Tommy from 39.
Wow.
I really liked Gavin in 38 too. I think he got robbed, but
So you
That's
like,
my
I mean,
opinion.
those are both very nice people. And
Yeah.
Alexa and I really, really like Tommy, especially, but I love Gavin too. Gavin's a really
Yeah.
nice guy, but you like boring TV, huh? That's what you. So Celestina's over here with Rocky and Lisi and all of those crazy people, and you're over here like, give me the most vanilla characters. That's what I want. I love it. All right, let's
Also,
do it.
we love both of your outfits too. We have an Outwit, Outlast,
Yeah.
Outplay shirt, and we have a Survivor Specialist sweatshirt. You guys came prepared. Everyone here came prepared. So
Yeah.
this is going to be fun.
I figured if I couldn't do good at trivia, might as well look good while I'm doing it. So
There you go. I love it. Anybody who wants to also buy merch, we have a website. All right, let's do this. So both of you, again, this is how it's going to start every single time. So get ready, everybody. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
5.
7.
5 and 7 were the two numbers picked. All right, Austin, the number was 9. So you're going first. Would you rather go first or would you rather go second?
I'll go second.
You'll go second. Okay. And Celestina, who do you want reading the questions to you, me or Alexa?
Alexa. I'll choose Alexa.
Wow, I'm hurt. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not mad.
We got the ginger.
We do. That's what's important.
Tommy's your
Yes.
favorite player.
That's the only. That's all we need.
Yeah. I mean, what other reason is there?
Literally none.
Yeah, none.
All right. First question. Who is the winner of Survivor Season 17?
Oh gosh. Is that?
Phil, should we put
I
the
think it's token sheens. So that would be. Is that JT? I feel bad. I don't.
It was Gabon.
Oh.
So it was Bob.
we're purposely doing season numbers and not name season.
I know.
Yeah.
And that's.
So close though.
Yeah. No, I figured. I was like, it's one of those like. I know it's either Gabon or token sheens, but you know.
Well, let's go here. All right, Austin, your first question. Who won Survivor Season 5?
Brian Heidick.
Okay, there we go. See, guys, is everybody sensing a trend here who hasn't gone yet? Just wondering. All right, Alexa, ask Celestina her second question.
Next question for you. Who is the first player to play back-to-back seasons?
Ooh. Back-to-back seasons. Would that be?
Five seconds.
The timer.
I don't know. I'm going to say Stephanie. I don't know.
Alexa, tell the answer.
He was the second one. First was Rupert.
Oh.
Rupert Bonham between season Pearl Island to All Stars.
Yeah, I was thinking All Stars, but then I was like, what happened immediately after? What season after All Stars? See, you know, I get all my seasons.
It was the season before.
You're
that was the problem.
You're in the right in the ballpark.
Yeah.
All right, Austin, who is the oldest player in Survivor history?
Is it Rudy?
It is by like 5 days over Joe Del Campo, by the way, because I thought it was Joe Del Campo, and I thought that'd be a great trick question, and I was really, really angry when I found out that it wasn't Joe Del Campo. So yes, you are correct. All right, Celestina, pressure's on here.
Sorry, I had to mute myself because I live next to a hospital. Okay, sorry, this is taking a sec. Name the final 3 of Survivor Nicaragua.
Ooh, okay. Something I know. Okay. There's Fabio, Chase Rice, and Sash Linehan.
There you go.
There we go. On the board.
And Nicaragua's in my top 5.
You need to no more season rankings though. You're allowed to get the answers right, but no more season rankings, Celestina. No more.
I know.
Oh man, you're doing it like the wrong way. You're supposed to go best to worst, not worst to best. All right, Austin. Who won the car challenge in Survivor Fiji?
Oh gosh, I don't know if I know this one.
You got 5 seconds.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Mm-hmm.
It's Yao Man Chan.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Celestina, you knew that as a huge
a few days ago.
That was actually like I said, these were all predetermined. So like pretty lucky that Celestina ends up with the first pod and Austin gets the Fiji question, pretty crazy. All right, Alexa.
All right. Next question for you. What was Roger's nickname in Survivor Australia? I probably would not have known this if I didn't just rewatch.
Dad. I don't.
Yes. Sadly not.
Didn't she call? She was like, "That's my dad," or I don't know.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
Oh, but
what would you
don't
say
remember.
it
is it Butch?
No, it was actually Kentucky Joe.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't.
I love Dad though.
I love Dad. That would have been great if that was correct. So, Austin, here's where we stand. If you get this question right, you move on to the next round. That's all you got to do. You just got to get it right.
A lot of pressure.
In Survivor Amazon, Jeff rides a jet ski from Tribal Council to what American city for the reading of the votes?
Is it New York?
It is New York. There you go.
And
so you're moving on. Also, he really does ride the jet ski all the way from Brazil to New York. That is a fact. There's no doubt about it at all. So let's move these other two questions over to the tiebreaker round here, Alexa. And we say our goodbyes. Celestina, Austin. So you're moving on. Austin, you're going to be right after Andy Vogel's round. Celestina, you're going to be facing McKenna in the first round of the Will bracket. So just so you know. All right. So let's drop you both out of here. All right, Alexa. Who's up next? So up next, we have Stephen Bays and John Millsip. If you want to add them, I'm going to let the other two people know that they can now come hang out.
All right. Let me see if I can actually click on this. Thank God this isn't live so that we can edit out these transitions. All right. We have Stephen Bays and John. I'm adding you right now. Hello, Stephen and John. How are we?
Good.
Doing well.
Glad to hear it. All right. We didn't actually get to chat with either of you beforehand. So this is the first time we're talking to either of you. How, what's your favorite season? What's everybody got to know about John?
Well, I started watching Survivor back with Pearl Islands. And surprisingly, Survivor China's got a deep place in my heart. I really love Survivor China. Also, the first season I stopped watching.
Interesting.
So, I stopped watching. I just got to the age where I wasn't really watching Survivor anymore for a little bit. And the last season I watched live was Fiji. And then...
today.
Yeah. And then I didn't start watching again until Kage-Yan.
Wow.
And then as soon as I watched Kage-Yan and just went back, watched the backlog, except for the first 6 seasons, which I didn't watch until this summer.
Wow. So fresh this current summer or
the last 12 months.
All right. So we'll make sure not all of your questions are angled towards the first couple seasons.
You got to pick the right pod here. That's what it's going to come down to. Steven, how about you?
So I know it.
No problem. Steven, tell us your favorite.
Can you understand me okay?
Yeah.
Yep. Sound great.
Okay, I will know it. You can understand me.
Yeah, no problem.
So I really didn't start watching Survival until I was 17. So 10 years ago, to my first real team I watched was Survival One World
Wow.
24. And people are going to hate me for saying this, but in my favorite team,
Wow.
That's insane.
You should talk to
and my
Celestina. She's
favorite
my favorite
player
too.
is Trojan.
That's okay. That we can get behind.
We like that.
Favorite season. Alexa, I'm starting to wonder if we're actually good at what we do, because everybody who seems to like us really likes bad seasons of Survivor, which is starting to
Well,
scare
the
me.
reason I like 24 is because it got me into Survivor. Like before that, I didn't really care, but then 24 came along and wow, they're really good TV. Even though some of the people were horrible, I still fell in love with Survivor. It made me want to watch more Survivor.
Awesome. Well,
There we go.
let's do this. So both of you pick a number between 1 and 10.
5.
3.
The number is 1. So John, you're going first. Would you rather go first or second?
I'll take second.
Second. Okay. And Steven, who do you want reading you the questions, myself or Alexa?
Let's go with you, Phil.
All right. Awesome. So your first question, Steven, who won Survivor Season 9?
Chris Joffrey.
That is correct.
Good
You're
one.
on the board.
Alexa's favorite season. All right. First question. Who won Survivor Season 4?
Season 4 would be Vesepia.
Awesome.
There we go. Nice and early.
You're both on the board. Here we go. Steven, who has appeared in the most seasons?
That would be Boston Rob.
That is correct.
There we go.
Is correct.
John, who is the only person voted off of the Karor tribe pre-merge?
Oh, I just looked over this again today. It was... no, I don't got it.
Ooh, doesn't have it. Steven, do you know?
Would that be Willow?
It was
Yes.
Willard
That
Smith.
was Willard.
That's who it was.
Who looked dangerously similar to the immunity idol.
That's it. All right, Steven. Who choked Clay Jordan in the attack zone challenge? Is that a
Got
shoulder
nothing.
shrug? Nothing?
Yeah.
It's Rob Zabachnik. So right now the score is 2-1. Steven, you lead over John.
All right, John. Next question.
Yep.
How were the tribes originally divided in Survivor Panama?
By both age and gender.
Correct.
That's exactly how we wrote it.
Divided into 4 tribes of 4.
All right, Steven. Who was the first player voted off of row 2? He's got nothing.
Got nothing.
He's got nothing. Do you know who that was, John?
Off row 2?
That's a tough one.
I have to remember which season row 2 was.
Oh, that was season 4.
4. No, I don't got it.
Yeah, it was Gabe. That's who the answer to that one was.
That's a toughie. All right. Next one for you, John. What was the name of Russell's starting tribe in Survivor Redemption Island? A very forgettable tribe.
Yes.
This is a tough round, Phil.
5 seconds. I know. I told everybody I was making them hard. All right, that's 15, John.
No, I don't got it.
No, got it. Steven, do you have it?
It's Zapatero.
It was Zapatera. He doesn't get any points
There we
for it,
go.
but he would have gotten that one right. So here's where we stand. It's tied 2-2. Last question for each of you, or we're going to have to use the tiebreaker for the first time. Wouldn't that be exciting?
Ooh.
All right, Steven. How many players were voted off of original Matt Singh before anyone was voted off another tribe?
4 players.
That is correct. All right.
Wow.
So all
Easy.
the pressure is on you, John.
All right, John.
Great.
I'll try to lob you a softball, but this was a predetermined question. sorry, there's a jackhammer outside my apartment. Who went on the hot air balloon reward in Survivor Africa?
That would be Lex and Big Tom.
That is correct.
You are correct. Ding, ding, ding.
All right, so here's how here's how the tiebreaker is going to work, so that we don't end up asking 50 questions on top of this, because as you can see, this is already going to go very long. So the question is, I'm going to ask a question. First one to answer correctly, you move on. The other person goes to the loser's bracket. That's how we're doing it. All right, so here's the question. Who was the merge boot of Survivor Amazon?
Ooh.
We're going to start giving hints.
If we don't get...
At every 10 seconds, we have to give a hint.
I can give the first hint. Whatever, it's 10 seconds.
Alexa, give your first hint.
It was a male. That might not help. All right, second hint.
I got a good second hint because I think it's easy. Let's make it easier as we go, right? His name started with an R.
Wappa?
What was that?
Wappa?
No.
Okay.
That R name was also previously referenced in the trivia game already, though you guys might not have been in.
This is my favorite.
Do we give them another one?
Oh my God.
I think we're gonna have to give another question. I see Andrew Hayes down here like losing his mind. All right, we're gonna have to give another question. It was Roger Sexton. That's who it was. Right. We're definitely not gonna be able to ask this other question though, because it's really, really hard. All right. Here we go again. It's another Amazon question. In Survivor Amazon, during an immunity challenge, who did the tribe say would never survive on their own?
Heidi? Jenna, wasn't it?
John, you got it correct.
Jenna.
Jenna Maraska, who ended up being it. So, Steven, we got to move you down to the other bracket. John, you move on to face Austin in the next round. All right, let's get the next one in here so we can get this moving just a little bit. But John and Steven, thanks for that. Sorry you guys didn't know Roger. But I'm going to kick you both and I'll send you a message when you're about to be up.
Sounds good.
All right.
Okay.
Alexa, add in so we are up to Phil and Jordan. There you go.
All right, so I've got Phil, who I just thought I added in,
and coaches
with 2 L's, and coaches exile staff, also known as Jordan. Phil also has a special guest appearance. Phil and Jordan, how are we?
Good. Awesome.
Who's the buff we're wearing?
The Winners at War buff.
Nice. I've been trying to get one, but
this is how I go out when I go out to the store now.
This is how you do anything, pretty much.
Pretty much.
And Jordan, so Jordan, let's hear something about why your coach's exile staff.
Oh, you're also on mute.
Sorry about that. He's my favorite Survivor character. Like, he's just like I know people say they got tired of Coach after South Pacific. Like, I could honestly watch him play like 100 seasons and it would never get old because he's just so ridiculous.
I actually like Coach better in the later seasons. I thought in Token Teams he was just too much.
Yeah, it depends. I'm a huge fan of Coach on all the seasons. I could watch him every time. It doesn't matter to me. I love him relentlessly.
Did you guys read the Dalton Ross article about the dragons?
No, but I've seen him and Russell like sort of like rib each other on Twitter. That was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, that stuff's always fun.
Russell loves ribbing. So it's great.
I love Russell though.
Russell was like, "You guys need to."
All right. Well, hopefully this will be very heroes versus villains.
That's why this happened.
Yeah.
And coach is like, "You're an asshole."
Yeah.
I love it. Well, let's get this going here. So we're gonna ask. So again, pick a number between 1 and 10.
3.
4.
4. Okay, Jordan, you're going first. The number was 7. Would you rather go first or second?
I'll go first. Yeah, what's up?
All right, he's going to go first. And so, Phil, who do you want reading you the questions?
Phil.
There you go. All right, Alexa, you're reading the first one to Jordan.
All right, Jordan, first question for you. Who won Survivor season 26?
Oh. The challenge beast himself, Cochran.
There you go.
There we go. You had me for a second at challenge piece, but you were correct.
Cochran 2.0, the ultimate challenge beast.
He was a challenge beast. He was awesome that season.
Phil, who won Survivor season 6?
Season 6, that was the Amazon. That was Jenna.
There you go. All right, you're both 1 for 1.
1 for 1. We're all on the board. All right, next question for you, Jordan. Who is the first person to be stuck on Exile Island in Survivor Panama? This is a name that I don't think anyone's talked about for a very long time.
Hey, no hints, Alexa.
God.
I don't remember her name.
It had to have been from the old women tribe too, and I can't
5 seconds.
Was it Timbertina?
It was not.
No, it was not.
I noticed that girl from the tribe. I could see her, but I can't think of her name.
It was Misty Niles.
It was Misty. She was from the younger women tribe. Timbertina was the first one voted out.
Yeah.
All right, the next question. So here we go with the next one here. For you, Phil, what episode had the most live viewers in the history of Survivor?
The most live viewers? I'm going to say the finale of Heroes and Villains.
No, it was a finale. It was actually the finale of season 1.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I should.
They had like 60 million people watching.
Almost 60 million.
Yep. Like that. Yeah.
It was like 58 million or something like that.
Can you imagine? All right, next question for you, Jordan. What was the theme of Survivor Fiji? A lot of Fiji questions.
Like the different races.
I guess the more of what it is how were the tribes split up is how it should have been. Yeah. Not so much the theme, but how were the tribes split up?
Okay. Like the haves and the have-nots.
That's correct. Yeah.
There we go. Good answer.
The theme is tough there because it could be, you could say like
I think they were going to do that and then didn't. So
that is correct. The next question. Here you go, Phil. Your next question is: who is the only person to make the final 3 but never receive a vote either in game or to win?
Not in the game or to win. That would be Gavin.
That is incorrect. Gavin did receive votes at the final tribal council. It was Sugar.
Oh.
So right now, Jordan, you're up 2-1 over Phil.
All right, here's a chance to pull away. Who is the first player to give up individual immunity?
Oh, God. Oh, man.
5 seconds.
Time.
I don't know. This is wrong. But Eric Reichenbach.
No, it's not him. It's
it is wrong.
Jenna Maraska. By the way, is anybody noticing a trend of Jenna Maraska answers here? Because boy, did I just watch Survivor Amazon. I just watched it.
I literally had Jenna in my head, but I couldn't remember if she gave it up or not because I never talked about it.
This must be the 10th question you've asked about Amazon.
Hey, there's a lot. Well, here's one for you, Phil. What was the first season to have multiple loved ones on location?
Multiple loved ones on location. Man. Pearl Islands? I'm not sure.
It was actually Survivor Marquesas. So here's where we stand going into this last question here for Jordan. If Jordan gets it right, he moves on to the next round. Phil, you'd move into the other bracket. I can't call it the losers bracket, but you'd move on to the other. So Jordan, if you get this right, it's over.
Yeah, don't
All right,
hold your
Jordan,
breath.
no pressure. How much money did the players in Worlds Apart agree to spend to buy letters from their loved ones?
I can't.
Phil knows this. He's thinking.
5 seconds.
He's not confident.
We need an answer.
480.
It was
$20.
Damn it.
all right, Phil. So if you get this right, you force a tie.
The universe.
Okay, gotta do it.
Who proposed to their loved one in Survivor Gabon?
That's right. Yeah, that's
In
right.
Survivor Gabon. Oh.
We're getting into real questions now, everyone.
Gabon. Man, I like that season too, and I can't think of the.
We need an answer.
I got nothing.
Nothing. It was Maddie Whitmore.
Yeah.
Maddie.
So Jordan, you move on
Jordan,
to the next.
He should have came back.
He should have came back. It is a crime that he has not come back. But Phil, you're going to get the comeback. So Jordan, we're moving you on to the next round. But Phil, you'll be taking on Steven in the other bracket. Alexa won't let me say it. So next up,
I'll say it.
I'll shoot you both a message when it's time to come back in. We are going to now move on to our next matchup, which is Kyle Durrett versus Caitlin Mink. So come on in,
guys.
Kyle and Caitlin. I know you've both been waiting for quite some time here. Not quite as long as everybody else who's still left, but let's hear it. So what can you tell us about yourself, Caitlin?
So about Survivor or just myself?
About yourself, Survivor, anything? Give us a quick 30 seconds.
I'm an artist. I'm 26, so I started watching Survivor when I was 6 years old. And then I didn't watch it for a bit in the middle and came back at Millennials versus Gen X. And that's when I found you guys and started doing the super fandom.
Who do you like more, Alexa or Will?
Oh my god.
Alexa.
Okay, good. That's an easy answer. That's like what the trivia should be. Then it would be really easy.
That's like, yeah, who do you like more?
Yeah, exactly. Kyle, what about yourself?
Well, I've been watching you guys since Millennials Gen X also. My favorite season is Amazon, so if you guys have more Amazon questions, that would be great.
We're fresh out, man. We've asked every question there was.
Oh man. Well, that's all good. Yeah, I've seen every season like mostly 2 to 3 times, so we'll see. Hopefully it serves me well. So we'll see.
Confidence.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, pick a number between 1 and 10 to get this thing started.
3.
4.
Yeah, the number is 8. So, Kyle, would you rather go first or second?
I'll go second.
Cool. And would you rather have me or Alexa read to you, Caitlin?
Alexa.
Thanks a lot.
Good answer.
All right.
We should keep a running tally of how many times each of us gets picked.
I think it's like about even right now. So we'll see. We'll see.
All right, take it away.
Oh no, you're first. You're asking Kate. Kyle wants to go second.
Oh, sorry. All right, Caitlin. First question for you. Who won Survivor Season 1?
Richard Hatch.
Good answer.
Good answer. That is correct. You get a tougher one, Kyle. Who won Survivor Season 2?
Tina.
Perfect. You're both on the board, on the right side of things. Now let's start asking real questions, Alexa.
We've got a good one here. Caitlin, could you name 4 professional athletes that have played Survivor?
Gary Hogaboom, Elizabeth Basil, Ethan Zahn, and Scott Pollard.
There you go.
There we go.
That's 4.
Awesome.
All right, Kyle. Of the first 5 seasons, how many of the winners were on the tribe that won the first immunity challenge?
Zero.
It was 1.
Oh,
Tina's tribe won the
they
first.
won. Yeah. Deb was first boot. Yeah.
Yep, because Deb was the first boot, but close. That's why it's an annoying trick question. All right, Alexa.
Caitlin, How many votes did Kara K receive?
0.
That's correct.
Correct.
Kyle, who claims the split the vote idea came to them in a dream?
Cowboy.
That is correct.
Plan Voodoo.
Great one.
Plan Voodoo. That's exactly it.
The true game changer. Caitlin, who was the first contestant ever eliminated due to the fire making challenge?
Bobby John?
That is correct.
Yes. That's a tough one.
All right. You got to get this one right, Kyle. You have
All
to
right.
get it. Who hosted the Survivor Marquesas reunion?
Rosie O'Donnell.
Correct.
Literally the best reunion of all time.
I love that question. It's my favorite. So this is the one here, Caitlin. If you get this right, you move on to the next round, and you went perfect 5 for 5 in the first round. If you get this,
Have we had a 5 for 5 yet? Would
We
you
have-
Too much pressure.
well,
No pressure.
What's his name? Andy would have gone for a 5 for 5. Maybe he went 4 for 4.
All right.
Didn't have a 5th question, so this could set the
All
record.
right, Caitlin, no pressure. But James Clement was voted out with 2 idols in his possession. Who is the only other player to do so?
Kelly Kim.
That is
There we
correct.
go.
There you go.
5-0.
Hey.
I'm sorry, Kyle. You got 3 right.
was good,
Possibly
yeah.
could have gotten 4. Sometimes you just run into a better contestant for now. You have another
Yeah.
shot though. You're still gonna have a shot. So we're gonna move you down, Kyle. You're gonna actually be playing sooner than Caitlin. So at least you have that going for you. So our next one is going to be Benny Espinal versus Andrew Hayes.
We'll see you guys soon.
See you soon. All right. Alexa, you got that part. I got Caitlin
All right.
and Kyle going out. Kick it.
Andrew Hayes coming in. Benny Espinal coming. One sec. Coming in. How we
Coming
doing, guys?
We're good.
Well,
What-
Can
we
you guys hear me at all?
can hear you now. We're good. We're
Okay.
good. We're good. We're good. Sorry you had to wait there. I saw Benny. You kept coming in and out. Andrew, you were going absolutely crazy over the Roger Sexton question. Let's hear something. Andrew Hayes, what do you got for us? 30 seconds about you or Survivor, anything you want.
Andrew Hayes, we cannot hear you.
Benny, you go first. Andrew's going to go second.
All right. Well, I started watching you guys back in MVGX, like everybody else apparently.
Allegedly.
And, yeah.
No new
Since
fans.
then, you guys turned me into a super fan. So, because before I was just watching casually, and like, this show literally came out when I was born. So like, I had to rewatch like from season. I only watched from season 1 to 16, and then came back in Blood vs. Water, and been watching since. So.
Love it.
I have a huge gap.
Hey, you have a huge gap, but you're here anyway. Hopefully we don't ask a question in that gap.
Yeah.
Andrew, can we hear you now? We cannot. Maybe if you take the headphones out, let's see if we can
try
hear you
just
now.
going regular without headphones.
Nope. All right.
You want to try to jump out and come back in?
Jump out, come back in, and then we'll get it going. So
Yeah.
we'll keep going here. I got to add people in here anyway. Alexa, kill the dead air. I'm going to let Morgan finally come hang out with us. Morgan's probably miserable.
I know. And Morgan was like the first person to come on too. So she really
Morgan was here at like 1:15 for a 4 o'clock start. She was so pumped, and then we had to kick her immediately.
How about now? Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
All
We
right.
can hear you now.
talk to us.
Well, I started watching the show religiously since China because I was a huge wrestling fan, and Ashley Massaro was on it, and I was a huge fan of her back in the day. So
There you go.
That's
Ashley
awesome.
Mistero fan. Love that. All right. So between 1 and 10, Andrew, pick a number.
2.
Benny,
7.
the number was 2. You're the first person to get the number correct. Good job, Andrew. Do you want to go? Would you rather go first or second?
I think I'll just stick with the number 2.
There you go. All right, Benny, who do you want asking you the questions, myself or Alexa?
Phil.
All right, cool, Benny. We're going to start this off with the first question then. I love that. Way to go for me. Who won Survivor Season 10?
That would be crap. I gotta think.
You know, you
about
got to
it.
do the math too.
All while you got 5 seconds.
Tom Westman.
That's
Ooh.
correct.
Coming through in the clutch.
Coming through in the clutch.
Andrew Hayes, who won Survivor Season 18?
JT.
Good answer. Correct.
That is correct. We're tied 1-1.
Myself.
Benny, who were the 3 members of the Ponderosa band, the Dragons?
Coach? Was it Coach, JT, and dang, I forget the third one. I don't even know if I got the second one, to be honest.
Throw us a name. Any
Chuck
name.
us. Chuck us.
Jerry, I don't know.
It was actually Courtney Yates was the third. You had the first 2 right, but it was Courtney
Dang.
was the third.
All right. Oh, God. Phil wrote this question.
Of course.
What in Survivor Panama, what was Dan Barry's profession?
Oh, he was an astronaut.
He sure was.
Dan Fuego.
He is still alive. Dan Fuego.
All right, Benny. What was the twist in the Thailand family visit?
Was it that only one person got to watch their video, or that they all got to watch the one person's video after they got it?
Oh, so we're talking that would be right, but we're talking when the families actually were on the island. What was the twist? Because that was just the video, but they actually come onto the island. What is the twist then?
Dang, it's been like a year since I watched that. Jeez.
Well, it's better that you erase it from your mind.
Yeah. Was it that they had to eat the food? Because that's like
That's it. That's it.
Oh, I got
Family members had to eat.
That's it. That's correct.
Wow.
2-2.
Shot in the dark. Love it. All right. Name 3 of the final 4 members of the Oolong tribe.
Stephanie,
Yep.
Bobby John, and James Miller.
Boom.
There you go. And the
Love
4th
it.
one would have been Ibrahim. All right, Benny. You're down 3-2. You're gonna need this one. What were the names of the 2 players who quit in the same episode?
Purple Kelly and Nyanka.
That is correct.
There we go. All right. What is the first season to not have predetermined tribes? It's a tough one.
Fiji.
It was actually Thailand.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because Thailand, they did a schoolyard pick based on if you were the oldest. So we're tied 3-3. You could put the pressure on him here, Benny, if you get this one right. What was the merged tribe name in Survivor Worlds Apart?
America.
Yes, it was.
I didn't even watch that season.
With
Andrew,
right.
you got to get this one right to force a tiebreaker.
Oh, Andrew. All right, here we go. What is Tarzan from One World's real name?
Oh,
This is a doozy.
Oh, it's I think it's Greg.
That
It
is correct.
I did not know that until I read this question.
Now you know. Greg Smith. All right. So Greg Smith is correct. So we'll mark that one as green. We got to ask a tiebreaker question now. All right. This is the doozy. I love this question. This is the one that I wanted Andy Vogel to have to answer. In Survivor history, whose loved one is the first to visit camp?
Is it Kathy's?
Nope.
It is not.
But we'll let you. You don't just get one guessing. You're done. It's okay.
All right.
If you need a hint, we're going to give you a hint in like 2 seconds. It's
Big
from
Tom?
season 1.
First person to visit camp. Oh man.
Kelly Wigglesworth.
Nope.
Was it Joel?
Nope.
But we've got a good one here.
Jenna.
Nope.
Jenna got nothing.
She literally got nothing.
He was a doctor.
Rudy?
Oh, Sean.
Dr.
correct.
Sean.
Dr. Sean. That's it. So Andrew moves on. Benny, you put up a great fight. You're moving into the other bracket, but you're still alive. You'll be facing off against Kyle in the next round. Andrew, we're moving you on. I have bad news here for Aaron Holla, who I know has been sitting here waiting patiently. So let's add him to the stream. I'm just going to move you both down here. You got it, Alexa. I'm going to move Aaron up here. He is Big Pig. And I have great news, which is terrible news, Aaron. You can decide it for yourself. Forrest DeGroat has not answered. And I've reached out to him a couple times. He's not here. He said he wanted to do it. So you're actually going to move on to the next round without even having to face anybody.
And how do you feel about that?
I got a Tyler Perry idol.
That's pretty much it. So you move on. Unfortunately, that means you're going to have to wait longer. But you did move on.
I mean,
can you tell us
if I get
a
a
little
free
bit about
round, I
yourself?
guess. What was that?
Yeah, what was your question, Alexa?
Oh, I was saying, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Tell us your favorite season.
Oh.
We have you on.
Yeah, sure. My favorite season, it's probably Heroes versus Villains, but Cambodia, and I think Gabon is underrated. I started watching during Gabon, so that's probably why I like it so much. I started watching y'all during Edge of Extinction.
There you go. Love it. Well, thanks
for
for
doing it.
joining. Sorry that you're not getting like a really exciting moment here, but we're going to have you back
That's okay.
in.
This is pretty
Next round,
exciting
you will.
too. A free round is kind of nice. So no
You
worries.
won, and you'll be coming in really soon because you'll be facing off against Andrew in just a moment here. So I'm going to let Andy Vogel know that his time is coming up. So that leaves us with our last matchup of the first round, which is Kevin Smith and Morgan Jackson. Morgan, I'm sorry that you just waited like an hour and a half from the time you came in, Kevin. I know you had
My
other things.
fault.
No, it's totally fine. It was just that first round, it went on, and here we are. So
good.
the winner of this, by the way, is still going to take on Andy Vogel. So Andy, you can size up your competition. I know you're down there right now, and you'll be
Great.
going right after this. So the winner of this is playing again right away. So get ready.
Wonderful.
So anyway, let's hear something about yourselves here. Morgan, we'll let you go first since you were the first one here and you're the last one to go.
All right. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I am a high school math teacher, and I also coach cross country and track.
You're big winners.
Yeah, I've been watching Survivor since it was on TV. It was always like something that we did as a family. I've been really getting much more into it in recent years. I like all the competition. I'm super competitive, so I love stuff like the power rankings or this trivia, although I'm super nervous about it because I was watching the previous round and there were some basic questions that I did not know the answers to, so we'll see how it goes.
I'm just happy that you're a cross country and track coach because that hits home for me. That's exactly what I like to hear.
That was the only sport I played in middle school and high school.
Same. That's all I did. I mean, if you give me a ball, I don't know what to do with it, so I stick with running.
There you go. It's the easiest thing.
Yep.
It's just everybody thinks it's the hardest. Kevin, what about you?
So I'm actually also a coach. I was actually at practice, which is why I'm late, ironically.
I'm glad to hear there's practice. That's cool.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, yesterday was the first day we could have practice.
Yeah, just kind of it was actually just a private lesson kind of practice thing, so got away with it. Phil can say my name right without me actually having to explain it to him. He's one of 5 total ever. So impressed.
Total luck.
Hey, it happens. Survivor knowledge. I mean, I watched when I was younger and then took a break and then kind of got back in it right around season 30, right before Second Chance. And so that's when actually I found Phil and Will. So I've been here for a while.
Been here for a long time.
Yeah, I was one of the first ones back when Phil was granularly with his Wi-Fi and there was 30 people watching. I'm
in
one
my
of the
parents'
OGs.
basement. In my parents' basement.
Look at him.
But I love
no.
it. Hey, I recognize your name and I appreciate you being a patron for this long. I appreciate you sticking with it for this long because I don't like Alexa for the 5 years I've had to talk to Alexa for this. I can't imagine listening to somebody I don't even know. So this is the last matchup of the first round. Let's pick a number between 1 and 10. Alexa, we're going to do pods 13 and 14 since we had to skip them. We're just going to pretty much move everything up one, and pods 61 and 62 will forever be a mystery. We'll let Morgan, you can go first.
I'll pick 3.
I was going to pick 3. 6.
6. So the number was 9. So Kevin, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Morgan, do you want me or Alexa to read?
Alexa can go this time.
Good answer. All right. First question for you, Morgan. Who won Survivor Season 15?
Todd.
That is correct.
Phew, first one's out
Kevin.
of the way.
Yeah, exactly. Let it out there. One correct. Trying to do those every time.
Yep.
Here we go. Who won Survivor Season 21?
Say 31?
21.
21. Judd.
Yeah, well, yes. That's
That's
great that you knew his
name.
real name. That's insane. Judson,
Extra points.
if we're being very... I almost wanted to say no, that's wrong because it's Fabio, but that's correct.
Speaking of real names, Morgan, what is Coach's real name?
Benjamin Wade.
That is
Good answer.
correct.
Correct.
All right, Kevin. So this is actually not the same question as before if you were listening in. Who is the first player in the history of Survivor to be sent to Exile Island?
Oh my gosh. That was the first question I heard when I popped on. Oh my God.
It's not the same answer, though.
Wait, what? Oh, wait. Oh,
I think we would formally call it Exile Island.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
5 seconds.
Oh God.
No, but it was Janu from Survivor Palau. So they actually tried that out beforehand. Yeah, that's a tougher one. That was meant for Forrest de Groot. So you can blame him that he didn't show up.
She gets the coach's name, and I get that one.
Yeah, seeming's interesting. All right, Morgan. Next question for you. What was the subheading for Survivor Vanuatu, or tagline subheading? Survivor Vanuatu:
Islands of Fire.
That's correct.
Correct.
Whew. All right.
Nothing to be nervous about.
All right, Kevin, you were wondering about names. Here we go. What was Johnny Fairplay's last name in Pearl Islands?
Oh God, I haven't seen Pearl Islands in a while.
He legally changed his last name to Fairplay.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm gonna say Blue Chew because I can't even think of it. That's probably his actual last name.
That might be the name he's changing it to after this. It's Dalton. He was John Dalton, and it's bizarre to watch Survivor Pearl Islands and see it say John and John Dalton numerous times throughout the season. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Johnny Blue Chew. Oh, we got to send him this.
So all it's going to take here.
I get famous with Johnny Fairplay. I'll take it.
That's it, right? So Morgan, if you get this correct, you move on to the next round. Kevin, you would move to the other bracket where you would face off against Forrest, who kind of isn't here.
Hey,
so you might
win.
just get a free pass anyway. So we'll see how this goes. But Morgan, if you get this right, it's over.
All right.
Focus on. Who is the first person to find a hidden immunity idol?
Gary Hogeboom.
That's it. That's all.
Gary
it took.
Hawkins, landscaper.
Gary
Congratulations.
Yeah.
He's from my neck of the woods.
That's not
Oh, he
fair.
is.
You were ready
Yeah.
for it.
You're personal friends with him.
That's right. We're buddies.
All right, Kevin. Well, you're gonna move on. We'll call you back in
All right.
later. Morgan, you stay here because you're about to take on Andy Vogel.
Sweet.
So don't go anywhere. After all that wait, you get to really come in and just be here twice. Andy, you're back.
And now I'm terrified.
You should. Yeah, you saw that, right? You saw that happen. So Alexa, what we're going to do is we're going to skip actually 15 and 16 since they were kind of designed to be easier, and we're going to do 17 and 18.
All right, let's do it.
All right, because they were designed to be first round questions. So we'll do that. So we're going to do 17 and 18. You're both back. Both of you had really impressive first round performances. I'm just saying. No pressure on either of you. Pick a number between 1 and 10. Alexa, do you have this? Because I'm going to message Jordan and Caitlin and tell them to come back.
I have thought of the number.
The number is actually on the thing.
What?
Yeah, I'm not just making up numbers.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just arbitrarily picking numbers. I was like,
No.
how did you choose that? Okay, I have looked at the number.
I'll go with 5.
6.
It is 5.
It is 5. See, I'm not just making up numbers. These are real numbers. It's really there.
Just to put it out there, I was thinking 8, but that clearly doesn't matter.
Clearly not.
Morgan, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first. It worked for me last time, so.
Andy, would you prefer I ask you the questions, or would you prefer Phil?
Well, you asking me worked last time, Alexa, so we'll keep that going.
Wow. So Morgan, you're thrown off here. So now it's me
I
asking you
know.
questions, and I'm going to really butcher some of these on purpose. All right.
Great.
We're done with these who won seasons questions, by the way, if
Yeah.
anybody's wondering.
Oh,
Those do
dang it.
not
I like
exist.
that
No
one.
more freebies.
man.
That's why we're skipping pods 15 and 16. Who was the merge boot in Survivor Guatemala?
Oh my gosh.
Coming in hot.
5 seconds.
I have no idea.
It was Brandon Bellinger.
Andy looked like he knew that.
I did. Now let's see if I know this one.
All right. First question for Andy. Who hosted the first 3 reunions?
Bryant Gumbel.
That is correct.
That is correct.
I'm
Brian
also
Gumbel, Rosie O'Donnell. Beautiful transition.
I'm looking at Andy's next question, and it's making me laugh because he got a very similar one earlier. Spoilers.
Oh, I feel
All
like
right, Morgan.
I'm nervous.
Yeah, we might, Alexa, pull one from
I'm not going
pod.
to do that.
Pull one from pod 16.
Okay.
Instead.
Aw.
It's like the exact same question. We ain't letting that slide.
Yeah, that's
That would have
not
worked. You weren't supposed to be here. All right. Name one of the 2 players to finish 3rd on their first season and 20th on their second.
Whew.
I gotta think. Dang.
Yep.
Is it Johnny Fairplay?
That is correct. Johnny Fairplay and
Hey.
Sugar were the 2
Ooh.
answers to that.
What was the other one?
And Sugar.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
What a specific question. Okay. Andy, quick switch up. What was the merge tribe name in Survivor Heroes versus Villains?
Yin Yang.
He's got the
Wow.
thing there. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
We even changed the question on purpose, Morgan, and he still
I
got it. That's
picked
not
that
our
out of
fault.
nowhere.
I think
thought
I
that
can
was-
just tell Andy's knowledge is much deeper than mine. So
My obsession is unhealthy.
We'll see.
I was
We'll
like,
see.
is he leaning over to a computer to look at the answer?
No, I was like,
thought
that
it
was
was
the
like
most
checking his
blatant
notebook
thing.
or something.
Oh, that was so brutal.
Wow,
I thought that was going to be
wow.
so blatant. All right,
The confidence. Okay.
let's go to the next one here. Oh my gosh, I got to actually pull up my board here. Who is Taj from Survivor Token Chains married to?
Football player. I don't know football, but that's all I got.
Did, huh? It was Eddie George.
You got the football player part.
Yep.
Yeah, but you didn't get the name. So that means, oh no, he wouldn't win with this answer being correct, but still.
Pull ahead. So, Andy,
Yes.
who is the only player to receive votes at the first tribal council of a season and also win the game?
I mean, I watched you guys on Monday, and I knew it was Chris Darty.
Oh,
That is correct. You got to get this one right now, Morgan, in order to stay alive. So let's see. How many members of Galoo were eliminated pre-merge?
I don't even know what season this is.
Oh,
so
We're
we're just
season.
What's that?
Should we help her with the season, Phil?
No, pick a number.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 4.
It was 2. Galoo was the tribe that Russell was up against. If you think so, I want to say this too.
Morgan, I would not have known that.
I'm all for that. I just want to say too, though, I did pretty much choose like tribe names for ones that were a little more what I felt were more obvious. So I'm not just like randomly like how many people were voted off of whatever the tribe names were in like Survivor Cook Island. So anybody was wondering that, Just wanted to let everybody know. I thought so it won't be super random in those, but unfortunately, Morgan, that moves you down now. So you got to go twice in a row. We're gonna move Andy. You're moving on to the next round. Morgan, you're moving on to. You'll be facing. I don't know. We can't do that because, yeah, you would have been facing off against Cavan, which would have made no sense. So we're not doing that. So Morgan, we'll I'll shoot you a message when it's time for you to come on back in. Andy, you're gonna have a little bit of a wait here now, man, because you're pretty much, if we were doing just one loss elimination, you'd be into the semifinals, or the quarterfinals. So we gotta give that a second. So we're gonna do a lot of the losers bracket before we get back to you. So you're probably gonna have a little bit of a hiatus if you want to like take a breather. I know there's a lot of stress going on here. I don't think you've gotten a question wrong yet. So, maybe
you don't have to announce that.
maybe I know if anybody's looking to blindside somebody,
He is not
Andy
managing
Vogel.
his threat level very well.
I'm not.
All right, we're bringing in the next group here. We're bringing in Austin and John. So
Good
let's
job, Morgan.
move Morgan and Andy. Andy, I'm definitely kicking you from the studio. Morgan, I'm going to do the same for you right now, just because it's going to be a while for both of you. We got to go through the first round of the losers bracket. So who did I say? Jordan and Austin, or no, John and Austin. There we go. John and Austin. You're both back. How was it? Was the break nice?
Tolerable.
Yeah.
Tolerable. I get a shoulder. I get a shoulder shrug. All right. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
8.
2.
It is 2. Austin, I think that's twice in a row you've gotten the number correct. Are you on our thing? Are you on our?
You have our Google Doc?
It's the ginger connection.
It is. I'm telling you, there's something weird going on here. Would you rather go first or second?
I'll go first this time.
All right. And John, who do you want reading you the questions?
Oh, Alexa worked last time, so let's keep it going.
Keep it going. All right. So I got to get here. Who? This is for you, Austin. Who won fan favorite at America's Tribal Council?
Was it Rupert?
It was Rupert.
Good job.
Sweet.
That is correct. All right, Alexa. Ask away.
Similarly worded question, John. Who won Best Survivor Villain at America's Tribal Council?
Was it Boston Rob?
It was not. It was John Dalton, also known as Johnny Fairplay.
Of course it was. I know, right? Should have been known. All right, so you're up 1-0 here, Austin. Next question. What was the first season to see no tribe win back-to-back challenges?
Ooh.
Oh, gosh.
I gotta look that up.
These get so much harder, guys. I'm telling you. The first round was so easy. I was messing with all of you. I had so much fun doing these later ones. So you got to give us an answer here.
I don't know. I'll just throw out an answer. Amazon?
It was actually South Pacific. That's right. It took 23 seasons.
Time.
Wow.
All right, Alexa, you got the next
All
one.
right. Jeez.
Comforting.
What is Mark Caruso's nickname? Such a jerk.
What?
I want to clarify, I did not write this question. Can I give him the season?
No way. You got to. This is a Survivor trivia competition.
So hard. Would you have known this, Phil?
Oh, absolutely. That's why I wrote this question without looking it up.
Oh,
No, I have no idea.
Papa Bear.
Oh my
Also
God.
from South Pacific.
can anybody who's like in the background raise their hand if they actually knew the answer to that question? Andy Vogel's not here.
Exactly. Andy Vogel right now. If he was here, he would have had it. Andy Vogel had to get booted from the studio so we could make room, but he would have had it. So I'm sorry. I thought, hey, I can't help it. This one, here we go. This is one. We can all know this one together. Austin, who defeated Russell Hantz on Redemption Island?
Oh, gosh. I haven't watched this season in a while.
I get that.
No one blames you for that.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
You want to throw a name just to throw one?
I can't think of anything.
That's good. That season sucks. It was Matt Elrod.
Okay.
Matt Elrod, yep. All right, Alexa, you got this one.
All right. God, these got hard. What is the first season to have a 3-way tie at Tribal Council? I want to clarify, if I was a $20 patron, I would not do well in any of these.
These are all iconic moments. I mean, I'm telling you, they're all iconic.
It's okay. We're all just sitting here waiting for Andy to come up against us now.
Yeah, Andy would just be like rattling these off. I'll wait till John's done.
Did you know this, Bill?
I did. It's an iconic moment.
I should not do this.
A 3-way tie?
Just say a season at this point.
I don't know, was it Panama?
It was Redemption Island. It's the Philip Christina not the Philip Christina. It's the Tribal Council with Russell when Russell gets voted out. That's why I asked it. I would have not asked that question if it wasn't actually an icon. That's what I'm saying here. Like, even though some of these seem really, really hard, they're all they're all actual moments that matter. They're not just random ones. All right, Austin. After Fair Play in season 16, what was the next season to have a male voted off first?
Was it Heroes Villains?
No, because that was Sugar in Heroes Villains.
Oh,
it was
right.
Philippines with Zane.
Okay.
So right now the score is 1-0. Austin is leading over John. Yes, these got way harder. I told everybody that was going to happen.
Let's scare them up.
And don't worry, in the other bracket, they're still really, really easy. Just so everybody knows.
They're hard.
You guys are in the final 8 already. Essentially, you got to make them tough.
All right, John. Which castaway was evacuated from the game the furthest into a season? Does that sentence make sense?
It was Eric Reichenbach.
That is correct.
There we go, on the board.
All right, Austin. If you get this one right, it's 2. Right now, it's tied 1-1. You both got one question left. Austin, who is the only fan to make it to day 39 in a fans versus favorites season? Need an answer.
He's thinking.
I don't know.
He's got nothing.
Nothing?
No.
Sherry something, man. I don't know how to say her last name at all.
What was Sherry's last name? Yeah.
Beefman or Beithman? I have no idea.
Yeah.
So that pretty much leaves us, John. If you get this right, you move on to the next round where you'll be taking on Andy Vogel.
Lots of All right, here you go. Who is the only player to be voted out twice in the pre-merge?
Okay.
For those of you who are paying attention, Phil and I are just staring at each other with really, really wide eyes.
Wait, sorry.
Voted out twice in the pre-merge.
Twice in the same pre-merge.
Oh, in the same pre-merge.
In the same pre-merge. Yeah. It's the same one.
That would have been correct.
Right. Okay.
Except it was not. So.
Except it wasn't. So.
I'll be looking over here ready for the I'm getting ready for the old tiebreaker question. That's what I'm getting ready for.
The same pre-merge.
Phil, what's our time?
We need an answer. Yeah, he had given an answer, so I said, okay,
Yeah.
Got anything?
Was it Christine?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Alexa?
Laura Bonham.
Mm-hmm. She was voted out on day 1 in Blood versus Water, and then was voted out again before they actually made it to the merge. Yep. So she's the only person with that distinction, which means you guys are getting a tiebreaker question.
A 1-1 tiebreaker.
1-1 tiebreaker. Person who gets this right moves on to take on Andy Vogel. The loser goes down to take on somebody. I don't even know how losers bracket works. That's why this bracket filler thing is great. Bracketfiller.com. Well done. All right. Who was the first person booted out of the merged tribe in Survivor Thailand?
Phil, let's throw him a hint.
It is a male. This is going to get progressively easier as I give the next hint. He was a New York City police officer.
I can picture who it is. I just can't think of his name.
Yep.
I'm about to give a really easy clue that has nothing to do with Survivor, and you're all going to have to figure it out then. Actually, no, I'll give one that actually does have to do with Survivor. You guys need one more clue because this is going to be really it.
I think they're going to need it.
Yeah, I think we need it.
Who was Crystal's closest ally in Survivor Gabon?
Kenny?
That's correct. It was Ken. It was Ken Stafford. It was Ken Stafford. I just figured I'd throw out a name and then you could just say Ken.
Give me the Gabon questions. I'll always do it.
I know. I pretty much just had to do that. So we're going to go. It was Ken Stafford. I pretty much asked a second question there, but I don't feel too bad. All right. So, Austin, you'll be coming up soon. John, you can pretty much take a nap. It's going to be a while. All right, Austin. So let's move you down to, it tells me where to go. We got to get Jordan and Caitlin in here, Alexa, if you want to do that. I got to figure out where Austin's name goes.
I got to bump you two out. Let's add Caitlin back in. And we're going to add, where's Coach's Exile staff? He is not
here. Oh, he's not here. Let me see. He was just in here. So let me get him back because I know he was in here.
Caitlin, how was your break?
Where'd you go?
Good.
I know he's in here, so we'll give him a second because I know he was just in the chat and we might have just accidentally booted him. So there we go. He saw it. He's about to jump back in. And then the next matchup is going to be Andrew versus Aaron. So Aaron, you'll actually get to participate. Andrew, I know you're in here, so you'll both be ready. And then after that, we got to get McKenna and Celestina back in here. So Benny, I'm going to have to boot you for just a second, and then I'll bring you back in. So for anybody who's wondering behind the scenes here, Benny's been kicked with a sad face, too. He's very upset about this. Here comes Jordan right now. I'm going to add McKenna and Celestina.
And a couple people had, there's Coach's Exile staff.
All right, add him back.
What's up, Jordan?
Hey, guys.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah. I'm not quite ready. Small talk.
Guess the number between 1 and 10.
9.
7.
The answer is 4. Jordan, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first.
All right. And Caitlin, who would you like to ask you the question?
I'll stick with Alexa.
I like it.
With Alexa. All right. So Jordan, we got this. We're going to take you on to the next round here. Who won the most memorable? Who won? Oh my gosh, I can't even read the question. All right, we're going to start over. What won the most memorable moment at America's Tribal Council?
America's Tribal Council. That's like a little bit of a twist there.
Honestly, I have no idea.
It was Rupert stealing the shoes, which, by the way, it won most memorable moment over Johnny Fairplay's dead grandma lie. That is not an award that aged well.
That's literally my favorite season. That's literally my favorite season. Pirate Steal.
Pirate Steal, man. That's it.
Good. All right, Caitlin. Who was named the hottest survivor woman at America's Tribal Council? Hope y'all studied America's Tribal Council because I sure did.
Know nothing about America's Tribal Council.
5 seconds.
Sandra.
It was
Sadly not.
it was
Dara?
Amber. It was Amber, actually.
I absolutely love that.
Sandra. That's my favorite. That was pretty Amber. All right, Jordan. With the exceptions of seasons 38 and 39, only one other season has never had an original castaway return for a follow-up season. What season is it?
Can you repeat that question?
Yeah, so seasons 38 and 39 have never had a player play a second time. What other season has never had an original cast member return for another season? Might have wrote this one a couple Bud Lights deep, so that's why.
Oh my God.
The podcast is sponsored by Bud Light and that bracket website that Phil was talking
Stay crispy.
Literally nobody on Winners at War.
You got 5 seconds.
Crap. This is wrong with Guatemala.
It was Karamoan because none of the fans have ever returned. Yep. All right, Caitlin, you're
Okay,
up.
cool.
Okay.
Who won the final Redemption Island challenge in Survivor Redemption Island?
Andrea.
Correct.
Yes.
You're on the board. 1-0. 1-0. I know we've had a tough 2 rounds here. We've had a tough 2 rounds here, or the tough 2 matchups here. We're back on the board here. Jordan, what season has produced the most final tribal council appearances?
Ooh. Oh wow, Token Teams.
No, it was Survivor Cagayan because we had Spencer, Tasha, Tony, Sarah, and Woo. Wow. So there you go.
That would have been my second choice, but
Token Team's a good guess though with Tyson and Coach and everybody. It's a good guess. They were off by 1, I believe.
Chance for you to pull ahead here. Who was the first contestant to receive a vote at the final tribal council but still finish in 3rd place? First person to receive a vote at the final tribal, but finished in 3rd place.
5 seconds.
The person. Was it Scoopin? I don't know.
No, it was Amanda Kimmel.
No, not Amanda Kimmel.
Yep. In Survivor China. Jordan disappeared for image sake here, but I think he's still there. Jordan, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right.
Who lost the most weight in a single season?
Okay. It's Big Tom.
That's correct. All right.
We're good.
So it's 1-1.
Okay. 1-1. Here we go. Who is the oldest player to ever win Survivor?
Bob Crowley.
That's correct.
That is correct.
So you need to get this one right, Jordan, in order to stay alive. Who did Eric Reichenbach give his immunity necklace to?
Gave it to Natalie Bolton.
That is correct.
How was that the last question?
Well, he had 2 really hard ones in there or something. The Rupert stealing shoes was so hard that I had to give like a softball in that pot.
No,
too.
I'm kicking myself mentally because that's literally the season I've seen the most, and I'm just like,
yeah, it's all right.
That moment is so iconic.
All right, if Caitlin gets this right, she moves on to the next round, and Jordan, you're getting booted to the cellar, I guess. I don't know what to call it.
No, the basement. Yeah, you get booted to the basement. Caitlin, who is the first player, or I guess winner, to play a perfect game?
JT.
JT is correct.
Concessions. That is correct.
So, Caitlin, you're going to have quite a little break here. I'll shoot you a message when it's time to come back. Jordan.
Before you kick me out, did Earl give votes in Fiji?
He got 1 vote. So he should have someone random threw a vote at him.
It was in the first tribal council. Rita threw a vote at Earl. That's who, Rita Vereros or something like that. But I don't think they showed the vote. That's what it was. They didn't show the vote on TV, but Earl did receive a vote.
Yeah.
So yes, that is correct. But Jordan, you almost almost redeemed yourself there. I'll shoot you a message when it's time for you to come on back, which will be, sooner than later, sooner than Caitlin. So Caitlin, we'll see you in a little bit. Booten,
See you in a bit.
both. All right, and next up, our final matchup of this round, Andrew Hayes versus Aaron Holla. Aaron is finally going to get to show us what he knows, if anything.
Wow.
We haven't learned yet. He just moved on to this round because he got to move on to this round. So let's get you in here. And Andrew. And Andrew's now out. And now Andrew's back. All right, Andrew's here. All right. Let's do this. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
7.
4.
It is 8.
Who said it? Who said that? Okay, so you're already 1 for 1 here, Aaron. All right. Who would you rather go first or second?
I'll go first.
First. And Andrew, who do you want reading you the question?
Alexa.
All right, cool. Let's go. Let's do this, Aaron. All right. First question. Who was named the sexiest man at America's Tribal Council? There's a theme here.
A lot of America's Tribal Council here. This is only after season 8. So I bet it would probably be Colby.
That is correct. Colby
That is
Donaldson
correct.
won.
Context clues. Good job.
Thanks.
All right. First one for him. Who won the best survivor fight at America's Tribal Council?
Best survivor fight. Was it Fair Play and Sandra?
No, it was
So close.
Fair Play and Rupert. You're on the right
it.
track there. You were right there. All right, Aaron. In Survivor Micronesia, Amanda Kimmel broke whose record for most days played in Survivor history?
Ozzy?
No, it was
No.
Big Tom Buchanan.
Yeah.
I always
All
loved
right.
that Big Tom Buchanan for 15 seasons held the record for most days played.
Yeah,
Let's
I would
just-
have never guessed.
Let's just think about that.
Andrew, who is the first woman to find and successfully play a hidden immunity idol?
Amanda Kimmel?
Correct.
That's correct. All right, Aaron. Who is the first player to play a hidden immunity idol and win their season?
All right. So, just going to go through the seasons here. I don't think you all played the idol ever. So it'd be. Does it have to be the same season they played it that season, and then they? Yeah. Okay. it
Yep.
wouldn't be that.
Yep. It's that.
Parvati.
No, it was Earl Cole. He had to play his idol in Survivor Fiji.
I haven't watched that in so long. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of Fiji-
Celestina's the only one who. Celestina's so mad right now in this chat thing. Like, why did she get none of those? All right, next question.
All right. Next question for you. Name 3 of the members of the 4 Horsemen.
Alex, Eduardo, Moogie.
That's it.
Got it. Easy. Who was the 4th? Can you throw us the 4th?
Dreams.
It was Dreams.
There you go.
That's correct. All right, Aaron. How many individual immunities did Todd win in Survivor China?
I have no idea, so I'm gonna guess either 2 or 0. So I'd have to guess. It's probably neither of those. I'm gonna say 0.
That is correct.
That is correct.
Okay, cool.
That was an emotional roller coaster to watch.
See, again,
Yes, it was. Yeah.
those trick
Emotional roller
questions,
coaster.
I only ask them because it's like obviously Courtney won one, and that was her whole argument at Final Tribal Council. So so it's 2-2. You can really put the pressure on here, Andrew, if you get this one right.
All right. No pressure. Who holds the record for most days in a row without winning a single challenge?
Without winning a single challenge. Oh boy. Stephanie?
No,
No.
but good guess. Rodney from Survivor Worlds Apart
Oh,
went
yeah.
24 days. He did his dishes on his birthday.
Oh my God.
Oh wow.
I love that. Yeah, that's why, again, love it. So it's 2-2. You each got one question left. Aaron, who is the only villain to vote for Sandra to win in Heroes versus Villains?
Courtney.
That is correct. Got to get this one right, Andrew.
right.
You got to
Here we
get
go,
it right.
Who was accused of smuggling food into the game in Survivor Amazon?
Oh, what's his name? Is it Daniel?
Oh,
no, Janet.
It was Janet, actually, from that season. It was Kel who did it in Survivor Australia. So, Aaron, you move on to the next round. So you get another long break here. So, you move on and you don't play once. You move on. You're doing good. So we're going to boot you from the chat here. You will be going soon, Andrew. You'll be taking on the winner of Forrest and Cavan, which will probably be Cavan based on the fact that Forrest isn't here. So that's it. So now we're going to go to loser's bracket or whatever we want to call it, but we have to do it.
The other bracket.
The basement. We got to go down here. So, Andrew, I'm kicking you too. All right. So the first one will be McKenna versus Celestina. This does not mean you get 16th place, McKenna or Celestina. It just means you happen to be the two who go first.
Best trivia player ever.
That too. So you just
make sure to hit lots of Fiji and Nicaragua questions.
I just watched Fiji. Literally, that was the last season I watched.
I love
And
how
so
people wanted Fiji questions. Nobody wants Fiji questions.
I know,
You
that's why I
both-
watched Fiji, because it was so obscure.
And I think I might have given too much credit here to Fiji and given too many questions to Fiji just because I was thinking about it. Like, who
Those
would want to
last
watch Fiji?
two, I was like, all right, I know this answer. I know this.
Well, here we go.
Ugh.
McKenna and Celestina battling it out right now. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
5.
6.
The number is 1. So, McKenna, do you want to go first or second?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm going second.
Celestina, who do you want reading the question?
I'll do you this time, Phil.
Okay. All right, here we go. You ready? All the pressure here. All the pressure. This is it. There's already a loss here. Celestina, you got to get this.
Wow.
Who was the first boot of Survivor Nicaragua?
Wendy. Her name is Wendy, right?
That's correct. Wendy.
That is correct.
We'll take Wendy.
We'll count
take
it.
Wendy.
The talker lady.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. McKenna, who was the first boot of Survivor Africa?
Oh, yep. Male, the male lady, wasn't it?
Got to get some
Cool.
letters.
Damn. I can't remember her name. I don't know.
It was.
Diane.
Yeah, that's it.
You had it with her huge hair, the male lady.
Yeah, the male
She male
lady.
I love it. All right, Celestina, you're up 1-0. What was the name of Ty's pet in Korong?
Mark the chicken.
That is correct. That is correct. Made it all the way to Final Tribal.
Was
Good
it
for him.
named after Mark Burnett, or is that a rumor?
It was named after
It was
his
husband,
boyfriend.
partner.
Partner, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was named after Mark Burnett.
I think it was a bit of both.
That was
I think it
a
just happened to
rumor.
work out. Yeah.
And then he did a confession in Game Changers or something like, "This is my partner, Mark."
There you go. That makes more sense.
Okay, next one for you, McKenna. Which season's merged tribe was named Merlonio?
Yep. It was a season.
It sure was. It sure was.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with Redemption Island.
That is correct.
And, something came to me. It was like pick Redemption Island.
It was Boston Rob's daughter's toy or something that they called it.
Oh, yeah.
And he convinced them all it was important. All right. Celestina, you're up 2-1. What is the last season to not have any hidden immunity idols?
Ooh, okay. I know. Was it Palau?
It was Palau.
Correct.
That is correct.
Because I remember Guatemala was the first season, and Guatemala was like right after Palau. So I was like,
There you go. Got the order right. You got it right. Here we go.
Right? Got a math whiz over here. All right. McKenna, who is the only player to be eliminated from the game twice without being voted out?
Colton.
That is correct.
Yes. A medevac.
He didn't make the merge.
That's true.
Oh, yeah. Come full circle.
So it's 3-2. Celestina, you got a 3-2 lead here. You get this one right. You put a lot of pressure on, and it's not that difficult. Who is the only player to be voted out first twice?
Francesca.
That is correct. I know. I'm sorry.
Fun fact.
That's random.
Oh, I've got Joe Anglem.
That's not bad.
All right, McKenna. What is the subheading for Survivor token chains? Subheading, tagline.
Yeah. Man, that's a great question.
It sure is.
I don't think I could tell you. I could tell you Gabones, though. I don't know it.
You don't know it? This is
No.
it, McKenna. You got to throw out a word at least, because this is the last. Celestina moves on here.
Congrats.
Congrats. There you go. It's not
There it is.
Broken Jeans. Congrats.
The Brazilian Highlands. That's a tough one.
Yeah. I didn't study my the subheadings.
You know what? That makes total sense.
That does. So, Alexa, I'm going to move these two over. Celestina, you're moving on. You're going to be taking on Morgan Jackson in the next round. But let's give, what is it? Final words, right? Let's do it. So,
Yeah.
McKenna.
Snuff your torch, McKenna.
We're snuffing your torch. You're not 16th place.
Oh.
You just happen to be the first one who ended up losing in the losers bracket. So, what do you got?
Thank
That's
you.
it.
Love your pick.
Well, my friend and I are actually going to be, we were inspired by your trivia contest, so we wanted to do a trivia contest, and you guys are joining us. So if you guys want to compete against Phil and Alexa, we'll be posting to the various pages, the Google Doc link and the flyer and everything to give all the details on how to sign up and all that jazz.
Can you make those questions really hard?
We have been.
Because in case you haven't noticed, I'm very obnoxious.
There are no Francesca questions. Like, who's the first food twice? There may be some quotes, some episode titles, like that kind of.
Oh, we have quotes coming.
I have
Unfortunately, it was just for later. So, McKenna, thank you for joining. Thank you for being a patron.
Of course.
Sorry to see you go.
Get your merch.
Hat. That should have automatically moved you on to the third round. That's our bad.
We're very biased.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Later, McKenna.
Bye. All right. So McKenna's getting the boot forever because now we make room for everybody. All right. Next up, we got Stephen Bays and Phil with 2 L's, as he calls himself now. They're both back. The 2L Phil, who also still has 2 L's in that Phil. I gotta let Kyle and Benny know that they can come back in, Alexa. So do the pick a number.
All right. Phil and Steven, can you both give me a number between 1 and 10?
You can go first.
3. It's hard to help me because
You
right
took
now
mine.
I have a what's one.
I got 5.
The number is 3.
Ah!
Steven, would you like to go first or second?
I go first.
And Phil with 2 L's, who would you like to ask the questions?
I'm going to go with you, Alexa.
Okay. Take it ahead. Take it away, Phil.
All right, Steven, this first question. Who was the first boot of Survivor Marquesas?
That'd be Yao Man.
No, that was Mike. Oh, no, that he was not. That was Pastor John Raymond.
It's a tough one. All right. First one for you. Who was the first boot of Survivor Worlds Apart?
Survivor Worlds Apart, the first boot. Oh. I don't know.
So him.
Who?
Yes.
All right, Steven. What season's merged tribe name was Iga?
I got nothing.
Got nothing. It was Survivor Samoa. Survivor Samoa.
I also would not have known that. All right, next one up. Which season's merged tribe name was Dabu?
The merged tribe Dabu. Man, I heard that. It sounds familiar. Dabu. I'm gonna say Token Teams. I'm not sure.
It was not. It was Survivor Micronesia.
I'm
All right,
terrible with
Steve.
tribe names.
It was close. Steve, so who is the first teenager to play Survivor?
Would that be Will Wall?
No, he was the youngest, but the first was Spencer from Survivor Token Sheets.
Close. All right, Phil with 2 L's. Who were the 2 players who returned as a result of the Outcast twist?
Lil and Burton.
That is
There
correct.
you go. We have our
You're
first
on the
correct
board.
answer.
You're on the board. Steven, who raised their hand to ensure a fellow tribe mate wouldn't get their letter from home?
That'd be Joanne from Worlds Apart.
That is correct. So we're tied.
He deserved it too.
He did. He absolutely did. We are tied 1-1. Phil, you got 2 questions left. Steven, you got 1 question left.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it.
Who was evacuated in Survivor's Second Chances?
In Survivor's Second Chances, Terry.
That is correct.
Yes. I was going to rephrase that to remove from the game, but I don't know if that would have messed
He's
me up.
actually listed as evacuated on Survivor, on all the Survivor stuff. Yeah, it's interesting.
Oh.
So this is it. Steven, you got to get this one right or you've been eliminated from the game. Who voided the most votes at one tribal council with a hidden immunity idol?
That'd be Kelly Wentworth from Cambodia.
That is correct.
That is correct.
Wentworth does not count. All right. So if you get this
All
right,
right.
Phil, you're moving on.
Okay.
Here we go. Who did Sugar give Randy's cookie to?
She gave Randy's cookie to Maddie.
That is correct.
Correct.
That is correct, Steven. Unfortunately, that means you're out. Phil, did Maddie burn you in the first round?
Yes.
And then Maddie just come back to help
Maddie
you
was
out?
the answer to the question I missed before.
Oh my gosh. This is not how it was meant to be. You weren't supposed to get Maddie as an answer twice, but you did, and you're moving on to the next round. So Phil, you'll be coming up here soon, taking on Jordan Alford. But we're gonna give Steven his send-off here. Steven, thank you so much for being a patron to us. You got any last things you want to say or anything you want to throw out there?
Right now, like I said at the beginning, I at Olive Garden eating pasta with my girlfriend.
I love that. That is
Because
commitment.
I demanded she want food, and I had to get food for her. So, bless her heart for loving me so much for doing this while we are at What's Wrong.
I love that. I love that. So we'll tell your girlfriend we said enjoy Olive Garden because I don't know what else to say when somebody has Olive Garden. It's the best place on earth. So enjoy that and go enjoy your food. Now you can actually enjoy it since this is now over. So Steven has been booted from the studio forever. We got
Forever.
Kyle versus Benny. I got to get Kyle's attention. So, Alexa, if you want to get Benny here, I'm going to bother
right.
Kyle, who just saw this.
Give me one sec. Let's add Benny back to the stream.
Hello, Benny. Sorry we made you go before. Kyle is now back too. So Kyle and Benny are both back. The next matchup is going to be Forrest versus Kevin, which Kevin, you're going to end up moving on. So you're going to be moving on to the next round. Congratulations. You're on. Forrest is out. But Kyle and Benny is who we're talking about now. So Kyle, Benny, welcome back. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
5. 7.
7 is correct. Nailing it, Benny.
Got it twice.
Nailed it.
Got it
Great
twice.
job.
That's crazy. Who do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
And Kyle, who do you want asking you the questions?
We'll have Alexa this time.
Cool.
All right.
So I got you, Benny. First question. Who was the first boot of Survivor Philippines?
Zane Knight.
That is correct.
Yeah. Kyle, who is the first boot of Survivor Korong?
Darnell.
That
There
is
we go.
also correct. We're 1 for 1 for each of you. All right, Benny. What season's merged tribe name was No Bag?
Oof, no bag.
What a dumb name.
I know. I'm gonna go for one of the bad seasons since it's a bad name. Was it Nicaragua?
Oh,
It was Gabon because No Bag is Gabon backwards.
That's terrible.
So bad.
The worst.
So
Kyle, what season's merged tribe name was Huyopa?
Samuel Del Sur.
That is correct.
All right, Benny. Who ate an uncooked scorpion at their camp?
I have no idea. Scorpion.
Need an answer.
I'm just say Coach. I don't know. I'm just going for a guess.
That's a fair guess. It was Mike Holloway in Survivor Worlds Apart. On day 1, he decided to eat a scorpion and then got like poisoned by him, was sweating like crazy for the entire day.
All right. We got a good one here. Who got naked for chocolate and peanut butter?
Jenna and Heidi.
There you go. It doesn't get much better than that, or easier than that. All right, Benny, you got to get this one right to stay alive. You need it. Name the 3 players medically evacuated from Survivor Korong.
Joe Del Campo. Neil. And Beast Mode Cowboy, Caleb.
That's correct. Staying alive.
Staying alive. Okay. Who is the only player to play for 23 days and not make a merge? This does not include Palau.
Okay, it does not include pull-out. Does it include the fake merge?
It does include the fake merge, yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to say Aaron.
No.
She was voted out on day 22 or something. Like it was actually Jerry in All Stars.
Oh, yeah.
She played for 23 days and did not make the merge. Yeah. All right, Benny, you get this one right, you're still alive. You don't get it right, you're out. Who did Candace kiss on Survivor Cook Islands?
That would be Adam Gentry.
That is correct.
That is correct. Sadly, not Billy.
Yeah, sadly not Billy. All right. And finally, the last question. If you get this right,
what is
you
this
win.
one? What Survivor starred alongside Rob Schneider in The Animal?
Oh, God.
Is that a movie?
That is a movie.
Oh my God, Celestina knows.
This is a
She
good
is
one.
in the basement and she is freaking out.
What year was that movie? Can you tell me that?
Phil, please tell him. I have no idea.
Well, think about when Rob Schneider was popular. Think
no.
about that. I don't want to say much more than that because it would give it away.
I'm trying to think of like somebody ridiculous. Say like Brian Hike or something. Like
It was actually Colleen Haskell. She was America's sweetheart and was somehow cast in that movie as like a starring role. So now here we go. So here's the deal. So that last question, the one that you got wrong in terms of the Jerry one, you actually kind of got right. So we have to admit our mistakes. There were two people. Aaron, it was Jerry had not made any type of merge. Aaron did make the fake merge, but not the real merge. So we're going to ask you another question. And if you get this right, you're going to move on because you kind of got that one right anyway, and we just blew the questions. We're going to ask you another question. So here it is. Okay. What was Jim Rice's listed profession?
Medical marijuana dispenser.
That is correct. All right. So you're moving on. So sorry, Benny, about that. That was just like a confusing thing, and we actually had the thing wrong. So unfortunately, we got to say goodbye. And Kyle, you're moving on to the next round. Sorry, Benny. So Kyle, I'm going to move you down here now. And Benny, thank you for being a patron. I think you were you were around for this power rankings game because I remember.
Oh yeah, I just give you guys $20 just to give you $20. I don't need it.
We appreciate that, and we hope you enjoyed your time here. You got any final words you want to say?
You guys continue what you're doing because it's good.
We appreciate
good work. So
I appreciate that. I'm gonna get man, we appreciate you being here, and we just like that you guys like listening to us. So. I'm going to get Morgan Jackson back in. Benny, sad to see you go.
See you later.
Bye. Kicked.
Removed.
All right, Celestina, you're coming back up now. So it's going to be Celestina versus Morgan Jackson. Kevin, you moved on. Congrats. You made it. You're going to be coming up in a second, but you made it. Celebration.
All right.
Once we get Morgan back in here, it's going to be Celestina versus Morgan. I didn't give Morgan a heads up at all.
What was it like to know the answer to that question and not be able to do anything about it?
I was like, oh, that's so random, but I happened to know it.
I had no idea anything about that.
Yeah. No, it was just one of those things where you just know a random thing and you never think it's going to come up. And when it does, you're like, oh, I actually know that.
That's why I asked the questions. And I feel bad about the Aaron Collins thing. For some reason, Survivor Wiki got a question wrong. They'll blame it on Survivor Wiki.
Tweet at them.
Poor Benny. He made that comeback. I even tried to ask a hard question, but the guy knew the random obscureness of Jim Rice. Who's Jim Rice? I don't know. All right. Pick a number between 1 and 10. Morgan, you get to pick because you lost in a later round.
5.
And Celestina?
I'll do 2.
The number was 7. Morgan, do you want to go first or second?
We'll stick with first.
And Celestina, who's asking the questions?
I guess I'll go with you again, Phil.
It worked, right? It worked.
Wait, Phil, what number were we on? That threw me
33.
Off.
So we're going to 33. So go next to 25.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so I am asking the question.
Yes,
first.
you're asking the first question, Alexa. Welcome.
Okay. Who was the first boot of Survivor Cook Islands?
I think my first.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's you, Morgan.
Oh my gosh. Sekou?
That is correct. That was correct.
Look at that.
All right.
Celestina.
Sorry.
That was good. You dug deep there. Celestina, who was the first boot of Survivor Gabon?
In Gabon. It was. Is it Paloma? Is it Paloma?
No. It was Michelle Chase.
Michelle, yeah.
Penny's girlfriend, essentially.
For like a hot day.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, what is the name of the vehicle that Keith Nail drives in Survivor Second Chance?
Is it a tuk-tuk?
That is correct.
It is.
2-0. 2-0 lead on you, Celestina. You got to make this comeback here.
All right.
Who has the record for most consecutive immunity challenge wins, both tribal and individual?
Wait, can you repeat that one more time, please?
Yeah. So who has the record for most consecutive immunity challenge wins, both tribal and individual?
Tribal immunity and individual. Oh. I don't think this is true anymore, but I'm just going to say Colby.
No, it was Joe Anglem.
Oh.
Yep.
Joey, amazing.
I knew it was probably like the record is probably broken. But.
Yeah.
All right, Morgan, name 3 of the 4 people who were sent to Exile Island in Survivor Gabon.
Sugar. Kenny.
Mm-mm.
So that does it.
Am I done? If I get one wrong?
Yeah, because Kenny was not correct. So like we should have waited until she said all 3, Alexa, and then just say but that's okay. Kenny was not correct. Bob was correct. So if you were saying Sugar, Bob, and Kenny, it was Sugar, Bob, Susie, and Dan K. Somehow the whole final 3 and only Dan K actually went there. Celestina, you're down 2-0. You got 3 questions left. Who started picking the tribes in Survivor Palau? It's 2 names.
There was 2 people, right? Okay,
yep,
so there was Jolanda. Do I have to guess the other person?
Mm-hmm.
Was it Ian?
That is correct.
Wow.
You're on the board.
I was just watching Palau too, so I was like, but then it was funny because I missed the first episode, so then I had to like catch up. But okay,
you're on the board.
All right, Morgan. Which Survivor player has one big brother?
Hayden.
Correct.
So that means, Celestina, you need to get this question right or you're out. That's it. Got to get it right. Here we go. Who is the only losing finalist to win a later season?
Oh gosh. When you say finalist, is that like in the final 3, or are they like in the final, like all?
It's in the final tribal council.
Final tribal council. Okay.
Phil with 2 L's is flipping out.
I know. It's like if I had more time to think about it in depth, I probably could.
Well, you don't. Right. Name. Throw it out there.
We're out of time.
It's not Parvati, but I was going to say Parvati.
It's Boston Rob. Lost All-Stars, wins Redemption Island.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
So that's it. That's it. So, Morgan, you're moving on to the next round. Morgan, you don't have to leave anymore. You've made it to that point because at final 8, everybody can just hang around because there's only going to be 8 names left and we can have all 8 of you in. So, Morgan, you're moving on to the next round. You'll be able to follow along on here. Celestina.
Awesome.
Celestina. We've both met you in person. You were a seat filler for one of the seasons.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for liking us. We appreciate it. Also, I want everybody to know that Celestina once told me that even though she was surrounded by survivors, she was most excited to meet me. And
I really was. When I met you and I saw you at the bar thing that we were at, I was like, oh my God. Survivor contestants here. And then I like marched up to Alexa and then I took a picture and I got really happy.
Could you send me that picture? I don't think I've ever seen that.
The picture? I thought, yeah, I might still have it.
Posted in their group once.
Oh, yes, that's true. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Well, it was a pleasure. You know, I'm not very good at trivia, but I'm glad I made it past a round, I guess. And if you're ever in Seattle, come on by. We have, after, not COVID right now, but we have a Seattle Survivor like watch party that we do. And yeah, it's really fun. So
Would love to come
We'll
by.
have to come
I
by,
love Seattle.
hopefully this year. All right, Celestina. We'll see you later.
All
You've
right.
been
See you later.
booted forever. Bye.
So permanent.
I love it. It feels so important. So Jordan and Phil are now up. Jordan, what's going on? Phil, I know everybody, you just saw them. Rematch. Is it a rematch?
Yeah, the first round.
Oh, you know what threw it off? The problem was what ended up throwing it off was because Cavan and Morgan's round, I kept them in the same spot on the bracket, so it threw everything off. So you guys are facing off again. I mean,
Kevin's pumped.
Jordan, you got the better of him the first time. Phil, I'm sorry that you got to do this again in the second round here.
Not this time. Not this time.
All right. So Jordan, then obviously you should pick the number first.
It's 4.
5.
5 is correct. Phil, already off to a hot start in the rematch. You going first or second?
I want to go second.
And Jordan, who's asking you the questions?
Alexa can ask me the question.
Okay. There you
All
go.
right. 43, right, Phil?
Let me just make sure. No, 35. 35.
Whoop, give me 1 sec.
Alexa has gone rogue.
I am looking at the wrong document.
43.
Where's 35?
All the way down. Scroll. We're not up to that round yet.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. First question. Who was the first boot of Survivor Panama?
Oh, it's me?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Timbertina.
Hell yeah. Favorite player.
All right. Listen close on this one, Phil. Who was the first person voted out of David versus Goliath?
Voted out. So then it wasn't. I can't even remember. It was. What was her name? What was her name?
Yeah, like
I could
5
see
seconds.
her. I could see her in my head, but the name is escaping me. I can't. Oh, you're gonna say the name. I'm gonna hate myself. I don't know.
Let's do it.
Is Jessica Pete.
Jessica.
We've had her on the podcast too. Just saying.
Oh,
Wow.
I must have missed that one.
All right. Next up. What was Ryan Ulrich's job? Profession, whatever.
Was he a hotel concierge?
Close.
We didn't. Yeah, Phil, I'm going to let you decide.
He was a bellhop. I don't know. I mean, that's like
part of them.
That's not the same thing, though. I don't think. Phil, that's not the same thing, is it?
You can't ask yourself.
No, concierge and a bellhop aren't quite.
Yeah, they're not the same though, because the bellhop's the one who brings everything. Concierge is more behind the desk. So
Oh,
close.
man, if you're going to lose on a formality, then I'm going to feel bad.
I don't know if it's a format. I mean, they're two different jobs. They're two different jobs.
They're the same like team. We'll get there. Okay.
We'll get there. All right. Second question for you, Phil. Who was the first person banned from the live reunion show?
First person banned from the live reunion show. Was it Alec?
No, it was Brandon Hance. And that's why half of the cast had to sit up there.
Right, because then they had all the pre-merge people not even on the stage.
Absolutely.
Oh.
You're down 1-0. You still got a shot. You still got a shot.
All right, Jordan. Which season was the first season to have a tribe kidnap a member of the other tribe? Phil with 2 L's is not happy.
I like Alexa's questions better.
That's why it's important to decide which one you pick. That is correct.
That is correct. Rupert was taken.
All right, here you go. You ready, Phil? Who is the only male voted off the Tagi tribe pre-merge?
The Tagi tribe. The only male voted off the Tagi tribe. I can't think of which season the Tagi tribe was on.
Ooh.
I don't know.
It was Dirk. Toggy was the name of the tribe with Richard Hatch, Rudy, Sue, and Kelly Wigglesworth.
Daddy's probably on the way home. Yes.
It's like
I'm on, by the way.
It's like poor Phil over here gets the question wrong and then is getting the question of like, where's mom? Jordan, if you get this one right, you will be the sole reason why Phil with 2 L's has been eliminated from the tournament.
Who is the first castaway to play an extra vote advantage?
Yeah.
Like, my connection is like off right now. I don't know what it is. It's
You want
like
me to repeat
going
it?
in and out.
I can repeat the question if you need.
Hold on, let me move. Yeah.
It's all at your time.
Yeah. I just muted Phil just for a second so that in case that was part of the reason was the background was just messing up his sound. He's moving. We're on the move in Jordan's house.
Jordan, thanks for the tour.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know if he can hear us because he said he didn't have much of a connection, but this is what's happening right now. We're on the move. This is very Joe Mena of you.
I hear you
He
a lot
made us
better
do
right
this.
now.
All right, good.
First castaway to play an extra vote.
To play an extra vote? I know who stole a vote. That's obvious. Is it Dan Foley?
That is correct. Phil, he's bummed. He's mad. He's bummed. Jordan, you're moving on to the next round. Phil, hate to see you go.
I hate getting all the questions that I don't know, and then I don't get the questions I do know. I like the Alexa's questions better.
Yeah, I mean, that was part of the reason why we did this beforehand, and we just had the 2 lined up. So it was like, this way we weren't just picking and pulling and seeing what people were good at. We got it all set up, Phil. We appreciate it. How do you feel?
No problem. It's fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you for being a patron. You got any last words? Anything you hate Jordan? Do you hate Jordan?
Nah, it's all good. It's all fun. But yeah, if there's any NASCAR fans, I could plug my NASCAR YouTube channel. I have 29 subscribers, so I could use some attention. It's the Tunnel Turn. I've only been doing it for less than a month, so
And NASCAR is one of the few sports that's back right now.
I was going to say this is a good time to do it. NASCAR is one of the few sports that's back, and they're one of the few sports that's making the right moves. So there you go.
When I did it, I was between Survivor and NASCAR, but Survivor, the season was halfway over, and they already announced that they didn't know when they were going to start filming, so I was like, not a good time. But NASCAR's coming back, so let's do that one.
That's the time to do it, man. And hey, the Survivor thing, there's a lot of podcasts right now. So, Phil, good luck with the podcast. What's it called? The Tunnel Turn. The Tunnel Turn. There you go. If you're a NASCAR fan, go listen. Phil, we got to kick you from the studio. Have a good night.
See you later.
See you later, everybody.
Banned forever. All right, he's gone. All right, Austin and Kyle, you're up. Austin barely is there. Kyle is here. I got to get Andrew Hayes back in here. Kevin, your time is almost come. All right, pick a number between 1 and 10.
6.
8.
Alexa, what is the number? I'm actually messaging Andrew Hayes.
If it's the next one down, it is 4.
So who going first? Yeah, it is the next one down. It's number 37. So go ahead. Who got it right? I'm sorry. I was like over here. Andrew Hayes, come on back.
I had 6, so I think I got it.
All right,
go ahead. Yeah.
First or second?
Okay, I'll go first.
Austin, who's asking the questions?
I got to take Phil.
Cool.
All right.
Let's do it, man.
All right, Kyle, here we go.
All right.
Who was the first boot of Survivor Ghost Island?
Stephanie Gonzalez.
That is correct. All right, you ready, Austin? Who is the first boot of Survivor Borneo?
Oh, crap. What's her name?
5 seconds.
As soon as you say it, I'm gonna know it.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Oh man, there was just a big article on her in EW. Sonia Christopher.
Yeah, that's it.
She started this whole thing. If it wasn't for her, we needed her.
We needed her.
For Lost fans, she was the sacrifice the island demanded. There she is.
Wow. Okay, next one up. Which season had the final immunity challenge that was titled Bob Bob Booey?
Palau.
That is
Nice.
correct. All right. You ready? Austin, here we go. What two players share the record for longest time between Survivor appearances?
Is one of them Varner? And then Kimmy?
That would have been the answer, but actually the answer would have been Kelly Wigglesworth because you were thinking of second chances. It's actually Amber and Ethan because they went 32 seasons between All Stars and 40.
Mm-hmm.
You could really put the hammer down here, Kyle, if you get this next one.
Okay.
All right.
Who is the first Survivor player to be arbitrarily ejected from a challenge?
Arbitrarily ejected?
Mm-hmm.
I guess like ejected from a challenge.
Yeah, he did. The problem is they didn't technically break rules that were established beforehand. That's why it's arbitrary. Jeff just said you're done.
So my mind goes to like the attack zone challenge. So I'm gonna say Jed.
See, that's what it was. That was not arbitrary. So that's why the arbitrarily ejected was there because they broke rules that Jeff said do not break these. Yeah. In this challenge, the man just started kicking people. Ben Browning in Survivor Samoa was just beating people up. All right, here you go, Austin. Got to get on the board here.
Yep.
Who was the first contestant eliminated by plurality, meaning they didn't actually receive more than half of the votes at Tribal Council?
Oof. What's our time?
We got like 5 seconds.
I have no idea.
Nothing?
No.
It was Gretchen at the merged tribal. There was 4-1-1-1-1-1-1. She only received 4 votes at that tribal council and was booted. All right. If you get this right, Kyle, you're moving on. And Austin, we bang you forever.
Just no pressure. Who is the only non-winner to lose to a former winner at Final Tribal Council?
Only non-winner. So that counts like third place and stuff, like or any runner-up.
As long as they're a Final Tribal.
Okay, then I'm going to say Russell Hantz.
That is correct. Austin, man, that's it. Kyle, you're moving on to the next round.
All right.
You're taking on the winner of our next matchup. Austin. Or Kyle, you don't have to leave. So anybody who wins now, you can hang out. You can stay. You don't have to go away because now we're down to 8. But Austin, unfortunately, you got to go. You got any last words? I like the shirt. I do like the shirt.
I guess just obviously thanks for doing this. This was a lot of fun. Even though obviously I didn't know many of the questions, but I'm ready to redeem myself next season whenever it is for the power rankings game. I was in it for most of this last season, so I was a little disappointed I didn't pull it out. But yeah, thanks for doing this, guys. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no problem, man. And thanks for participating. Thanks for being a patron. We'll try to keep coming up with cool, fun $20 stuff. And for all of you who are still actually in here, let us know what you want to see as $20 patrons, because now you actually know us and you know that we're as unorganized as you would expect. Austin, goodbye forever.
Banished.
All right. And now the final round. So this is a big one here between Andrew and Kevin, because I know the two of you have been paying attention to what's going on here. And really, I don't think anybody else is coming back. So you guys could both kind of get away with this. But whoever wins this doesn't have to leave the chat anymore and can hang out for the rest of the time because we're down to the final 8 and we can actually have 8 down here. So this is a big one, although pretty much both of you can stay because I don't think anybody else come back. Kevin and Andrew, Welcome back, Kevin.
I'm
Congrats
the
on
troublemaker,
making it
man. I'm causing all the problems today.
You are. Congrats on making it past Forrest.
Private lessons.
You're the reason why Jordan and Phil faced each other twice. You're the reason why Forrest didn't show up. I mean, this is just terrible, but you're here. You're still alive. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
4.
Six.
That is correct. I don't know how people are getting these on the number, but I'll take it. Alexa, you look confused.
Yeah, I need what pod number?
39.
Jeez.
So
the easy
There
one.
wasn't a number there. Whatever. Okay.
Andrew, do you want to go first or second?
I've been going second, so I'll stick with that. I like going second.
And Kevin, who's asking the questions?
Try you again, Phil.
Let's try it, man. Here we go. Wait, are we not on this one? A question just got moved. All right, we got to hang on. We got to find out why that. A question just got moved here. Hang on. Moving this one over. All right, here's your first question. Who was the first boot of Survivor Token Jeans?
Oh, boy. Oh. These always suck. I suck at names. Awful. Awful at names.
Especially first boots.
You're right. Oh, I got no idea.
Nothing. Carolina.
I almost said Karen.
You would have been close.
Hey, kind of close. All right, Andrew. Who was the first boot of Survivor China?
Chicken.
Yeah.
All right, Kevin. You don't have to name 4 pairs, just 4 people.
All right.
Name 4 survivors who appeared on The Amazing Race, not including the season that was a reality TV show battle. So it doesn't count Chris, Brett, Rupert, Laura, Eliza, or Corinne. You got to name 4 others.
All right. Dawson, Robin, Amber. And who was it? There was one other people. Ethan. And then Natalie Anderson.
There you go. I was going to say, you could say Natalie and Nadia. So there you go. The other ones were Jenna, Whitney, Keith, and Nadia.
Whitney and Keith.
Whitney and Keith somehow ended up playing on The Amazing Race. They were terrible on Survivor, and then they go and play The Amazing Race. Makes sense. All right.
Andrew, who is the youngest contestant to win the final immunity challenge?
Fabio?
That is
correct. Also known as Judd.
Judd, hey.
There you go. Gavin, you're getting a similar question. Who is the oldest contestant to win the final immunity challenge?
Tom Weston.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
Kim Johnson.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
All right. You know what? You get this one right here. You're going to really be putting the pressure, Andrew.
Who was the first player to reach the merge and only attend one tribal council?
Like the merge tribal council was the only one they attended?
Correct.
Chris Noble.
The first person was actually RC, although Chris Noble was somebody who did have that happen, but it was RC in Survivor Philippines. You're still alive, Kevin. What was Jatia's profession?
Ooh. There's like 2 bouncing in my head. She wasn't a lawyer, was she?
She was not. She was a nuclear engineer.
Oh, that wasn't the other one. So
That's why I love to ask that question, because it's not what you would expect. If you get this right, Andrew, you're moving on. Kevin, you'll be banned from the studio, but you won't actually, because you can just go hang out. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Who was a blogger for RHAP before competing on Survivor?
That could be a lot of people.
I love this.
I don't know. It sounds like something Adam Klein would do. So
it is
Sounds
not.
like he would do, but it is not Adam Klein. It is Nick Majorano.
Oh, well.
Really? I
Yeah.
wouldn't have guessed that either.
Right?
I've never in a million years have
He
said
very
this.
publicly announced that. It's very weird. All right, sticking with Kage on here, Kevin.
All
Who
right.
did David Sampson choose as the weakest member of his tribe?
Oh my god.
Got to get it right to stay alive.
I know. What's his name? I see him.
Need a name in 2 seconds.
Nick.
It was Garrett Adelstein. Kevin, unfortunately, that means you have been eliminated. Andrew, you're moving on. You're still alive. Kevin, any last words you want to say?
Hey, trivia is not my thing, but I'm pretty good at the power rankings game, and you bring back the eliminator game like I was here for way back when I was penultimate finale and got booted. So close.
Ooh, so close.
We're gonna have to do that again for season.
Dude, that
41.
was so much fun.
It was hard for season 40 because we knew
Yeah.
there were spoilers floating around and everything. But for season 41, if we can get everybody involved early, that could be really fun as a $20 patron thing for you to go along with the power rankings. Because I like doing that one too. And Alexa and I end up stopped doing it halfway through the season because one of us gets out and we can't keep track of the
And the survivors are iffy on it.
Yeah, exactly. They don't really know what the hell's going on. So, but
Hey,
thank
keep
you,
up the good
Kevin.
work. It was a lot of fun. So
Glad you
Thanks,
enjoyed
Kevin.
it. And
See you
we will
never.
see you never.
Yeah.
But you're not actually being banned; you're just being removed. All right, so that means we're going back to the winners bracket. Do we have Andy Vogel in here, or have I not told him to come back yet? I haven't told him to come back yet. All right, I got to tell Andy Vogel to come back because he's up. So let's come on back.
Who am I going to add with him?
Andy's going to be taking on John, and I don't think I told John to come back yet. So I'm really dropping the ball here.
All
So
right,
I'm going to go
Phil
get
and
John.
Alexa are going to talk to each other.
Yeah, Alexa, fill the dead air.
Here, fill in the dead air. PHILing the dead air.
Nice.
Yeah. So I saw some people were commenting in the Facebook group. This is obviously not live. Obviously, because we have a lot of transition, we have a lot of dead air. So Phil is going to edit this, and then we're going to put it on YouTube later on. So stay patient. And thanks for doing this, guys.
And that does mean, Kevin, unfortunately, I do have to kick you out because I just realized that because we didn't have people here, you're gone.
Smell
See you later,
you later.
Kevin. You'll be able to watch tomorrow.
You're editing this tonight, Phil?
Maybe. All right, so here's what we're doing. So,
hello,
Andy, you're here. Hello,
What's up?
Andy. And we're waiting on John because I forgot to tell him to come back too. So I really dropped the ball on
Andy,
this.
how was your past hour?
It was agonizing. It kind of felt like that dead air time when you're in the dark boats between a challenge and going back to camp. That's kind of how I'm imagining it.
Well, I mean, it's about as close as you're going to get. But now you're back.
Ow.
And we were saying,
Oh,
I know, right? That's such a burn. I didn't mean that. That came out wrong.
What's the confidence, Phil?
I didn't mean that. No,
I will
that's
challenge
not
you
what I
to a rival season right now.
I'm
Phil.
down. Tell Probst to make it happen. I did not mean for that to be
You're
said
gonna
that way.
call it rival
I meant
season.
that
What
this
the
is
hell
as
is this
close
rivalry?
to the real thing as you can get. I didn't mean this is as close as you're going to get. Unfortunately, this is what happens when you're sending people messages while also trying to talk. So when you're only half paying attention, you'll now know why Alexa and I just go to each other a lot. So I just got Aaron back in. So Aaron's coming back in. So you are the final 8. Kyle, Caitlin, Morgan, Jordan, Andrew, Andy, John, and Aaron, who is not here yet, but will be back in a second. Andy and John, you're still in the winner's bracket here. Alexa, we're going all the way up to number 41.
All right. I figured it out.
Everybody, all of you, I really want to wait for Aaron to be back so that he can hear this too. But he's not back yet. Aaron is in. All right, Aaron's here. None of you ever have to leave again. That's number 1. Number 2, this is a quote round. All of you are about to get quotes. Here we go.
Those reaction.
We're going to give you a quote.
No
You're
one's
going to tell us
happy.
who said it. And I'll tell you what, it might not be the case, but some of these are kind of tough. Not all of them, but some of them. So anyway, pick a number between 1 and 10.
6.
5.
6 is correct. So John, do you want to go first or second?
You know what? I'm going to go first this time.
Okay.
Andy, who do you want asking you questions?
Do I want to stick with what's been working? Yeah, all right, Alexa, let's do it again.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so John, you're getting the first ones here.
Okay, Phil.
Who said, "Get the girl some chocolate and peanut butter"?
It's Rob Cespedes.
That is correct.
Okay, Andy.
Mhm.
Who said, why don't we just call up Jeff on the Jeff phone and tell him, hey, we're ready to go to tribal council?
That would be Rocky.
I almost whipped out my Boston accent.
I know, it almost happened.
It would have helped.
It would have been a little too obvious, and I actually could have done it.
Yeah. All right, John. Who said it's getting the best of me?
Was that Lindsay?
No.
Wow.
It was Boston Rob when he passed out in
Oh,
Heroes
of
versus
course.
Villains.
Passed out. Okay. Who said, with all due respect to Austin, people work too damn hard to stay in this game and fight to stay alive?
Probst.
Jeff
That is
Probst.
correct. And I even put Probst. Is Intern giving you this? I feel like Intern and Andy are hanging out.
You guys can't have access to our Google Docs.
Because I even said Probst. I didn't even put Jeff Probst. I just put Probst, and that's what you said. All right. You ready, John? Who
Yep.
said, I am communicating with people not on this island?
See, I know Andy knows.
Yes. I'm trying to be intimidating.
What do you got?
This is such a good round.
Need a name?
Was it Brian Heidick?
No. Andy, who was it?
It's Shane Powers.
It was Shane Powers. That is correct.
The BlackBerry.
With the BlackBerry.
Okay. Oh, God, I love all of these. Who said, that's the only role? It's the caller. I don't understand the question.
I think that's my girl Nora.
That is correct. That is correct.
It's spinning around
Phil,
in my
how
head.
did you look up that quote?
I'm telling you, I did so much work on these quotes. Unreal. All
I
right.
don't understand the question.
You ready, John? Who
Yep.
said I can get loud too?
Sandra.
That is correct. So you're
There
still
may be an
alive.
accident at the end of that.
Andy, if you get this one correct, you're moving on to the next round. And John, you're moving down to the other bracket, but you're still alive.
Okay, Andy. Who said, quote, Rob is sizing me up. So I like to think of it like two male lions checking each other out.
You might actually have me finally.
Yes, we did it.
Well, I want to say Coach. Was it Coach?
It was not. It was Philip Shepard.
All right, you stay alive. You got to get this one right, John. Got to get it right. Who said, I know I got to stay here because I'm on probation?
Is that Matt Elrod?
No, that was Tony Vlachos in this past season. He said it. Yep, he said it there. So, Andy, you're moving on to the next round. Alexa, let's use Andy's last quote there as a possible tiebreaker question now. We'll use these as the tiebreakers for the quote round. So, John, you're moving on to the other round. Andy, you are now in the semifinals of the winner's bracket. John, I got to figure out where you actually go. You're going to be on in a second or in a little bit.
We'll see you guys in the next round.
Removing you both, but neither one of you have to leave now. You've made it to that point. So well done. This way I don't have to go on Facebook anymore. I'm so confused. It's so insane. All right. Next round is Caitlin versus Aaron. Where's Caitlin? There's Caitlin.
Got you.
And Aaron.
Aaron's Big Pig, right?
Aaron is Big Pig. He's waving to us. So there you go. We got it. All right. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
1.
10.
Wow, you both picked 1 and 10. All right, pick a no. Wait, that actually puts you as closer, Caitlin, because it was 5. So well done.
That was hard.
Caitlin, you want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
And who do you want asking questions, Aaron?
Alexa.
All right, cool. So here we go, Caitlin. We're in this one. Who said, "I brought you your hat"?
Oh my god. Denise?
No, it was Chris Doherty. He said it to Julie Berry at the Vanuatu Final Tribal.
All right, I can't wait to get quoted on Twitter for this one. Who said, "Making love's my sport"?
Dave Ball.
That is correct.
That is correct.
All right, Caitlin. Who said, "There's two people we can afford to lose, and I ain't pointing fingers, but it's Cassandra and Lacey. We can only afford to lose them"?
I have no idea. I can't even think of the season. I don't know.
Nothing. That would be from Survivor Fiji, and it was Dreams, talking about fellow finalist Cassandra and Lacey.
Survivor Fiji is back.
Back with a bang.
No.
Who said, "Like I'm going to keep anyone warm, I weigh 7 pounds"?
Courtney Yates again.
Courtney Yates said that.
That is correct.
Only Survivor contestant to famously weigh 7 pounds.
Caitlin. Who said, "I really believe that you're all a bunch of scumbags, and believe me when I say I hope you do get bit by a crocodile"?
Judd.
That is correct. You're still alive. So the score is 2-1. The score is 2-1. Third question here to Aaron.
Okay. Who said, "Play with you in the sand"?
Okay. I feel like this is from a more recent season, but I am stuck on this definitely. Shoot.
Need an answer.
Need
All
one
right.
now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Alicia from 32, but that's not right.
Alexa?
Nope, it is Christian Kubicki talking to Gabby
Oh,
in
yeah. Okay.
Survivor David versus Goliath when they have a very weird misunderstanding.
Yeah. Caitlin,
I remember now.
you still have a shot here. Down 2-1. Fourth question for you. Who said the game is afoot?
Oh my god.
Love this one.
Rupert.
Nope. It was Tarzan from Survivor One World.
Similar archetype.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So if you get this right, Aaron, you're moving on to the next round.
Okay. All right. Who said, "Stop rapping. You're trash at rapping. You're
Wendell
garbage."
Holland.
Correct.
That was easy.
Yeah, it was easy. Sorry, Caitlin.
Caitlin, you're still alive.
Okay.
Alexa, we're going to use the one from Pod 43 as a possible tiebreaker question over that one, so we can just eliminate that one that's in yours. But Caitlin, you're still alive. Aaron, you're moving on to the next round. Aaron goes there. Caitlin, I got to still figure out where this goes. Morgan and Jordan, it's your turn. So we're going to put you guys down.
Come on in.
Morgan is, or there's Jordan, there's Morgan. Got to remove him. All right. Jordan, how's your internet? I'll take that as bad.
Still.
Just a little delayed.
Can you, I know it would probably kill your data, but is it possible while you're on here to like just switch off Wi-Fi real quick and then switch it back on as soon as you're done?
I tried it earlier and it worked for a while.
I think he's good now.
I mean, it's actually fine right now.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
It's
Let's
just a
do
little
it.
bit delayed. I can work with it.
Yeah, just if we do a tiebreaker question, we'll give you. We won't do
So
it
what
just as
number?
Let's do 49. And then the 45 through 48 will be for the next thing.
Cool.
Does that make sense? So we're doing 49 first because want to keep with the quotes. We just did that in the wrong order.
All right. Number between 1 and 10.
5.
3.
It is 10.
Morgan, you want to go first or second?
I will go first.
Jordan, who's asking the questions?
I guess Alexa, since the one good round I had was when she asked.
Well, let's do this, Morgan. The loser of this is out. The winner continues, still alive in the game. Morgan, your first question. Who said, "I'm a gangster in an Oprah suit"?
Oh man. I'm gonna go with this is a guess, but Natalie Cole.
Mm-mm. It was Sari Fields in Heroes versus Villains.
All right.
All right. Coach's exile staff. Who said, I didn't consent?
Damn it! I didn't even hear you.
Do you want me to say it again?
God.
I'll say it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who
Please.
said, quote, I didn't consent?
Oh my God! I have
One time.
no idea.
Yeah, you got to give an answer.
Hell, Suhawk.
Nope.
Nope.
That does kind of make
Suhawk.
sense, though,
What would
considering
make
Survivor
sense?
All Stars.
No, it's Haley Ford in Savage Game Changers. Okay.
So,
go
Morgan,
ahead,
here's your next one. Who said, we're like chicken parm and tuna fish? It just don't taste good.
Gosh. It's some of these I like know right away, and then some of them I just have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Keith Nail.
That is not correct. It was Rodney from Worlds
Good guess,
Apart.
though.
That was
What
a
a
good guess, though. It makes sense. That feels like something Keith Nail would say.
Yeah, good context. All right, Jordan. Who said, quote, checkmate, bro. You thought you had me. I told you anytime you go to Vegas, bet on black.
Oh my God!
Thinking.
This is killing me because I don't rewatch Marquesas. John Carroll.
No, he said it about John Carroll when he was casting the vote. But I will say that rewatching Marquesas with my girlfriend, it has completely ruined our relationship because anytime anything happens, we just say checkmate, bruh, like every single time, and now we don't like each other anymore. So, but it was
Okay,
Sean Rector.
For anyone curious or anyone who watched that on video, Phil and I have horrible poker faces.
Yeah, I know. When you said Marquesas, I was like, how does he know the season and just doesn't know the name? All right, here you go, Morgan. Still 0-0. Who said, I ain't finished playing just yet?
I feel like Sandra.
No, it was Russell Hantz when he blindsided Kelly Sharbaugh with the idol that he found underneath that bridge or wherever he found it.
All
Still
right.
0-0. Still 0-0. Jordan.
Okay, I like this one. Who said, oh my God, I played soccer in high school. How did you come up with that, Phil?
I love these questions.
Great question.
God, can you repeat it?
Who said, oh my God, I played at soccer in high school?
Working fine.
Oh, his internet's cutting out. That's the
Can you
problem.
repeat that?
Who said, oh my God, I played soccer in high school?
At this point, Alexa, it's you.
I famously was not good at soccer. Kindergarten, maybe. Oh my God, I played soccer in high school.
Nothing.
Up there.
I actually know this one.
No.
Nothing.
I couldn't even hear it.
You can't hear it? Here, wait, let's see. Is there a way that we can like private chat? Here, look at the private chat.
Oh my God.
You can't copy and paste this. Don't cheat.
No, I typed it.
No, I'm saying to him. He can't think with his internet that's cutting out on him. He better not copy and paste this and miraculously have great internet.
What do you say, Jordan?
I can hear you fine right there.
Can you see the private chat? We just put it in there.
Okay.
All right. He's looking at the private chat, Morgan. Hang with us.
Okay.
All right. All right.
That's Kelly Winworth.
That is correct. That is correct. All right. So he's up 1-0 on you, Morgan.
Pressure's
Ready, one of
on.
these? Here you go. Who said you will officially go down as the dumbest survivor ever in the history of Survivor ever?
Oh my gosh. It's Parvati, right?
That is correct. It is Parvati.
On the
I
board.
was like double, I don't know, second guessing
Second guessing?
myself. Yeah.
Okay, Jordan, can you hear me okay?
Nope.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, just on a delay. I'm going to type it
Yeah, I
out
can hear.
also. But who said, I like to have chaos and I like to have trouble? I also just chatted it.
God, this could be several people. God. I have no clue. Tyson?
No.
It was not. It was Chaos Cass.
So we're tied 1-1. Final question for each of you. Morgan, who said we still spank, we still whoop, whatever you want to call it in the South?
Oh my gosh. I have absolutely no idea. I don't even have a name to guess.
All right.
You want to just throw one out there? It could be for everything.
Quote.
I'll go with
I don't know. Big Tom?
Oh no, it was this is for
Not for
Morgan.
Morgan.
I'll go with Keith again. I
That
don't
is
know.
correct. It is Keith
Oh my
Nail.
gosh.
It is Keith Nail. That's why it was so funny when you
Wow.
said Keith before. I was like, wow, she's actually going to get a Keith question now.
Yeah.
So, Jordan, your final one.
All right, here we go, Jordan. Get ready. Who said, be naked, be happy, don't eat that damn apple?
And it was also just chatted because he looks frozen. So it's just chatted to you, Jordan. Let's see if he can get this one.
He's looking super frozen right now.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. He is definitely frozen. Morgan, right now, your balance hangs in the life of a man's Wi-Fi. Or your life hangs in the balance of a man's Wi-Fi. Your balance hangs in the
Your
life.
balance hangs in the life of the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, what is wrong with
I
me?
weirdly knew exactly. I didn't even hear your miss speaking. So
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
There he
Jordan
is.
is here. Sort of. He's still a little frozen. Jordan, how we doing? How we doing?
Now I can see it. I have no clue.
You don't know?
No. All right, it was, you want to throw a name out?
Let's see if he throws a name. Any name. Any name.
We might be out of time on it.
I think we are. Just throw a name. I don't know if he can hear us. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I don't have anything.
Nothing. He's got nothing.
I don't have anything.
All right. It was James Clement who said that in Survivor China.
I would
Don't
not
eat-
have guessed that.
Don't eat the damn apple. That's what he would always say in Survivor China.
Don't eat the damn apple.
Morgan, we'll push you down. You're still here. Jordan, you could still hang out if you want. I know you're having technical difficulties. You got any last words? I know we've communicated a lot. You liked my movie picks for the 2010s, which is really all I care about. But got anything else you want to throw in here? If you can.
It was fun. No, I had time. This is just stressful. This is half because for whatever reason it just worked. So yeah.
That's all right, man.
We'll
That's
hit
all
you
right.
next time.
We'll get you. Now you know what it's like to be
Even
me and Alexa.
Yeah,
with
welcome.
it's like even with like a good connection, I probably wouldn't have got those anyway. So
There you go.
you know, mercy
There you go.
killing.
Well, Jordan, thanks for being a patron, and hang around if you want to.
Catch
But
you
we'll
later.
see you later. All right. So Morgan's moving on. Morgan's going to be taking on Caitlin in the next round. Our last round of quote questions. Kyle and Andrew taking each other on. Alex, I'm waiting on you. You can do it. Oh, I'll click it. Okay, I got it. I just didn't want both of us to end up clicking. All right. Pick a number between 1 and 10. Andrew, you pick first.
8.
4.
Kyle says 4. You say 8. What is the number? Please don't be 6. Okay, good. It was 7. All right. Who wants to first or second?
I've been going second. I'll stick with that.
Kyle, who's asking the questions?
Okay. No offense, Phil, but I've been having good luck with Alexa, so I'll take Alexa.
That works for me. Andrew,
Yeah.
we're gonna beat him because that's what he gets for not having me.
All right, Kyle, I'm going to throw you some softballs.
All right.
Who said, quote, so much for my dreams?
Rupert.
That is correct. All right, you ready, Andrew?
Uh-huh.
Who said the honorable thing is to accept your fate, not try to make deals with people? And the samurai warrior, if he did dishonor to himself or his family, you know what he would do? He would fall on his sword.
Coach?
That is correct.
All right, next for you, Kyle. Who said he's a little out there on his Zen type beliefs? Because I have zero beliefs, except for magic. I believe in magic.
I guess they're talking about somebody Jewish. So who was that? Frank.
No, it was Tyson. I believe.
I love that quote.
He was talking actually about Aris.
Oh,
Because
really?
Aris was doing his yoga, and Tyson
yoga.
thought it was stupid. So that one's red, Alexa.
Yep.
All right, Andrew. Who said I ain't no Hershey bar?
Colby.
That is correct.
That is correct. Who said I left the auction broke, full, half drunk, and pissed off?
Randy.
That is correct.
What a quote.
All right, Andrew. Who said you tried to kiss me?
That's what's his face? Caleb.
That is correct.
That is
Ty
correct.
tried to kiss him.
Okay, Kyle. Who
Wow,
said
3-2. Okay, this is an important question. I just want to throw
This
this
is
out
one.
there. You got to get this, Kyle.
All right.
You know,
Who
backs against
said,
the wall.
now that I know I can trust you guys, I really want to get back with you all, except that I don't want to get back with you guys at all.
Rick Devens.
That's correct.
Heck yeah.
All right, you ready, Andrew? Who
Yeah.
said, when he said, I am a grandmaster in chess, I'm just thinking, duh.
Fabio.
That is correct. Got to get this one, Kyle. You got to get this one to
Ooh,
stay
we gotta
alive.
get rid of
All right.
it. Who said, clearly I'm the inner beauty of the group?
Oh man. Bryce Isaiah.
Oh, that was close.
No,
It was LJ.
LJ.
It was LJ. And I just want to know, Andrew, if you would have gotten this one right. Who said keep your sunny side up and suck eggs?
Oh, no, I
You wouldn't have. Okay, that's why that one was going to be your last question. But Kyle, unfortunately, you're out. Andrew, you're moving on. You're taking on John in the next round. Kyle, we'll give you your time here. Your last words. Anything you want to say? You were out in the first round.
I was.
And then you made quite a little run there. You won 3 straight to get yourself into that round there. But unfortunately, Andrew got the better of you.
Yeah, well, it was a lot of fun. I mean, thanks for putting this on. Keep up the good work. It's great.
Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for being a patron. We'll do it again sometime. But until then, goodbye, Kyle.
See you never.
See you never. Get the boot forever. All right. Next up, we're going to do another losers bracket round, I do believe. We're going to do another losers bracket round. Alexa, go over to 45. That's what we're doing. These aren't quotes anymore. So First matchup here is going to be Caitlin versus Morgan. So Caitlin, Morgan. Caitlin, you won in the first round. You won in the second round, taking on Morgan, who lost in the second round. So this will be, this is a good matchup. Here we go. Final 6. That's what we're down to. We're down to 6. Caitlin, Morgan, Andrew, John, Aaron, Andy. That's just for people who are listening or just watching, just so everybody can keep track.
Number between 1 and 10.
9.
5.
It was 3. So
I will
first or
go
second? First. Caitlin, who's asking the question?
Caitlin, who's asking?
I'm going to go back to Alexa because it seems to be good luck.
All right, Morgan. This is it. Whoever loses this is eliminated. Who was the merge boot of Survivor Nicaragua?
Oh boy.
Need Celestina to come in and talk about Nicaragua.
I know, Nicaragua and Fiji. Why would anybody like those seasons? Need the answer, Morgan.
I don't know. I don't have this one.
Alina, or as Benry for some reason called her, the dirt squirrel. We don't know why, but Alina is the answer to that question.
All right, I got a merge boot question on one of my previous rounds too.
Yeah, we have a lot of merge boot questions, such as, Alexa?
Such as, what a transition. Who is the merge boot of Survivor Heroes versus Healers versus Hustlers?
Is her name Jessica?
That is correct.
That is her name.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Own it.
I'm trying to see here because intern
She
added
wasn't
in
on the jury.
Yeah, exactly. Intern added in some questions here, but I told him to do it for all of them if he was going to do it for one, and then he didn't. So we're going to go with name one of 2 players who never survived a tribal council without having immunity and then finished 10th place. It's a lot of information there. It's a confusing wording. Doesn't mean it's
can you
really
say it again?
Yeah. So one of 2 players who never survived a single tribal council without having immunity and then finished 10th place, which is the highest place that somebody who has never had a tribal council without immunity has finished.
Is it Joe Anglim?
No, it was actually Nick Mariano and Marcus Lehman were the 2 answers to that
We're
one.
asking Morgan some doozies.
I know. That's why I don't like the one that intern put in here.
Yeah, should fire him. All right, Caitlin. What is the most recent season to have a gross food eating challenge?
Ghost Island.
That is correct.
That is correct.
Morgan, who is the only finalist to cast a vote at Final Tribal Council?
Laurel?
That is correct.
Correct.
I know you're getting so many trick questions when you get one that's easy. You're like, what is it?
Caitlin, which is the first season to have the jury phase begin before the merge?
Ooh. Heroes versus villains. I don't know.
Survivor Thailand.
Because they fake merged and started the jury with Aaron. Next one here. What is the only season to have returning players competing for the $1 million, but have a final tribal council consisting of only first-time players?
Trying to think through all the.
Need an answer. Any season will do.
So it's there's returning players, but none of them are in the final 3.
Yep.
Correct.
Is it Edge of Extinction?
It is Edge of Extinction. That is correct.
Wow.
That is correct. I know you're getting the mouthful questions. I'm sorry. And you know what? Your next one's a mouthful. So it's we're 2-2. Caitlin's got 2 questions left. Morgan's got 1 question left.
All right, Caitlin, who was the first contestant to be voted out 3 times in one season? Need a name.
Ozzy?
Yes.
Correct. That is correct. And does
Between
that
Ozzy and-
eliminate? I think, what does that do? That puts it at, sorry, I'm like confused here. So that puts it at 3-2. So you're still alive, Morgan. You got to get this question right.
Okay.
Of all winners, who received the most votes against them in their winning season? Does not include votes negated by a successful idol play.
It's pretty much which winner had the most votes against them.
That actually counted.
Wow.
We got to feed Morgan some softballs. We're nailing it with these.
That weren't.
Need that name.
I'm going to go with Amber.
No, it was Aris. And the reason that I put this one in here was on our Monday night podcast. We talked all about Aris, and that was the name that I
haven't listened to that one yet, but
you got to do your homework. Got to do your.
that's why I chose Amber, because you guys were talking about how she had gotten more votes against her than Rob. Anyway.
Yeah.
Good
No,
guess.
that makes sense.
Good guess.
Makes sense. But Caitlin, you're moving on. Morgan, final words.
No, this has been fun. I hope we do it again sometime. I'm sure it's a lot of work getting all the questions together, but
it is.
But,
I mean, it's been a lot for you guys too. I know it's like we've kind of been going the whole time, but you guys have a lot of downtime. So if and when we do this again, we'll try to make it an easier transition too.
We were going to do this over the course of like 4 days, and then we were like, let's pound it out at one time. So that's what you're all getting right now. So I hope you're all enjoying that you're getting this at one time. And you know what? If you had to break it up into 4 episodes, luckily for you as a listener, you get to break it up into 4 episodes. Unfortunately for people like Morgan, we just took 3.5 hours of your day from you. So, it's up to you if you want.
You know what? I dedicate a lot of hours of my day to Survivor related things normally. So
there you go.
Love to hear it.
I love to hear it. Sorry you got tough questions there, but thank you for being a patron. And yeah, we'll do this again sometime. I could see you're getting competitive at the end there. You wanted that so bad. You're like, what is the answer to this damn question? But until next time, you're booted.
See you never.
Goodbye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, that brings us to Andrew versus John in our next matchup of the other bracket. Winner of this goes to the final 4. The loser has to make their final speech and be said. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
3.
So maybe Andrew just picked the number I was going to pick. 7.
The answer was 2. Andrew, do you want to go first or second?
I'll stick with going second.
John, who's asking?
Well, I feel really sorry for you, Phil. So I'm going to choose you because everyone's like, Alexa keeps giving me the good stuff.
I love that. Thank you. Thank you. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Okay. I tried my best. All right. Who was the merge boot of Survivor Worlds Apart, John?
That was Jonas.
Incorrect. It was Kelly Remington in Worlds Apart.
Oh, I always get One World and Worlds Apart confused.
Well, that's really great that you brought that up because Andrew, who is the merge boot of Survivor One World?
Wow. I'd be really embarrassed if I got this one wrong, Jonas.
This is what I'm saying, everybody.
Question. I feel like that's not.
We
fair.
had predetermined these questions. Yes, Alexa, I think we should ask a different question there just because that literally was said. And in the normal game show, they give rid of that. Andrew, I'm sorry. We can't.
Yeah, no,
we can't give you that
I
one.
understand completely.
Yeah.
So should I do the one on 35?
Yeah, do the one on 35. That's
Okay,
fine.
good. There's like fireworks outside my apartment. Who is the tallest female player in Survivor history?
Oh.
How was that for a change?
Tallest female? I don't know. I feel like it's Sarah Dawn Thomas.
That's what I thought too.
Shockingly
She's second.
enough.
She's the second tallest.
We have an Olympian, Crystal Cox.
Oh, well.
How tall is she, Phil?
6'3".
Whew.
I know. All right, John. Which season first had the challenge hand on a hard idol?
Borneo?
That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
That is correct.
All right,
Is that
next,
actually the name of that challenge?
That is the name of that challenge.
that's a weird name.
Speaking of weird names.
Speaking of weird names, what was the first season
Oh.
to feature an amputee? I know I switched that up, Phil.
What season? Vanuatu.
That is correct.
That is correct. Who was it?
It was I think his name was like Chad or something.
That is correct. That is correct. All right, John, here we go. At 42 years old, who is the youngest person to be the oldest person on their season?
Ooh.
I love looking at all the talking heads at the bottom, like nodding along.
I love watching the peanut gallery. Andy Vogel is mouthing the word, so don't look at him.
Don't look down.
I can't see him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he can't see it. We can.
Why? Oh, because you're not. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good to be the king.
Was it Sekou?
No, that's not a bad guess, though. On that season, though, I think that Cowboy was older than Sekou. But the answer is actually Angela from Survivor Ghost Island. That had the youngest average age also, which is why that question, again, it's like a trick question, but it's one of those, like, if you knew the youngest age of a cast, you could probably get there.
Yeah. All right, next question. Who was given $50,000 at the reunion because they were displaced from their job?
That'd be Denise from China.
Sure is.
That is correct. 2-1 lead for Andrew. 2 questions each left for you. All right, John. What is the term used to describe a post-merge where one tribe systematically eliminates members of the rival tribe one at a time?
It's a pagong.
That is correct. 2-2.
2-2. Andrew, what was the name of the first episode of Survivor?
Marooning?
That is correct.
Sure is.
Oh, wow.
Good
All
round,
right.
guys.
You got to get this one right, John, in order to stay alive or you get banished. Who is the youngest woman to find a hidden immunity idol?
Andrea?
Oh, that was close. That was the second youngest. The youngest woman to find a hidden immunity idol is Lauren O'Connell. Yeah, she was only 22, I think, when she found it. That's it, John. Andrew, you're moving on. Final 4. Andrew versus Caitlin. Aaron versus Andy. John, well done. Well
Good
done.
job. Give us your swan song.
Take your time to say your piece. I didn't think you were getting out of that first round, and then you just kept on going.
You know what? Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
There you go.
No, just like, thanks for putting this on, guys. It's been great to be a part of the Survivor Specialist community. And I mean, as a Canadian, I don't get a lot of opportunities to participate in Survivor events. So this was a ton of fun.
Awesome.
Well, we're glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for being a patron. And we're going to go to the Final 4. Here we go. So John's gone. Final 4. We'd call it finale night if it was real Survivor. Alexa, we're going to I just want to make sure we have this right. We're going to number 53. Now these do get, I don't know, not like they're not insanely hard, but they're kind of hard. We're going to 53. We're going Andy versus Aaron in the winners bracket to determine who's going to be the person who only has to win once in the final matchup. Andy versus Aaron. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
3.
4.
The number is 7. Andy, do you want to go first or second?
I want to go second.
Aaron, who's asking the questions?
Alexa again.
All right, cool, Andy. We're doing this together again. That's it. Okay. This is all it takes. So Alexa, 53 is where you're starting.
Yeah, no, I'm like hearing you guys on a delay. I'm sorry about that. Okay. First question. What was the first original tribe to make it all the way to the merge without going to a single tribal council?
Karor? No, there was no merge. Did that count as the answer?
Well, you caught it yourself pretty much immediately. We'll call that thinking out loud. We didn't give you the Regis Philman.
Okay, I'll come up with another answer quick. I don't even know. So Karor is the answer, even though I know that's not right.
It is Tandang from Philippines.
I knew I was going to say Matt Singh, but I couldn't remember what Tandang was. Anyway.
That's all right. Like I said, these get a little bit harder. Andy.
Yes.
Name one of the 3 people to successfully vote someone out and then vote for that person to win the game at Final Tribal.
Successfully vote someone out and then vote for them to win at Final Tribal?
Yep.
Ethan. Ethan voted out Natalie and then voted for her at Final Tribal.
Let me make sure. Let me check this because that might actually be one of the answers. It's not someone that we had, but let me make sure.
Ooh.
Survivor Wiki dropping the ball for me. Hang on. I'm looking it up. Could be correct answer. Let me see. Ethan did vote for Natalie. You're right. And then he voted for her to win. You're right. So it was actually one of 4 players. My bad. That's my bad, but that's right. The other people that we were looking for were War Dog. We were looking for David and Tijuana. Crazy, right? I know.
Great group of 3 right there.
I know. So you got it right. You stumped me.
All right. Next up. Who is the first male player sent to Exile Island?
Terry.
No.
It is Bruce from Panama.
Bruce did it at Final 15. He was the one who was left off on the 7-7 split and just automatically went there. Alexa made the wrong question read.
Oh, don't call me out like that.
All right, Andy. You've been doing really well. You might still keep doing really well, but I'm going to feel better if you don't. Name the 2 players who were medically evacuated with hidden immunity idols in their pocket.
Okay, so medically evacuated with idols. Mm-hmm. So one of them was an evacuation of Colton, and then the other one was Neil. And Aubrey was pissed.
Andy's just on a tear right now. We got to start just throwing him the obnoxious questions.
Like I'm gonna lose. Like there's no possible way I don't go down in the final round at this point.
You're gonna get stumped at the end. Yeah. I'm impressed with that one, man. I totally forgot that Neil had an
I forgot about Neil. Colton.
Yeah. I remember Aubrey's confessional, and the idol left with Neil.
Oh, that's true. See, I was so focused on Michelle, I forgot Aubrey was on that season. So,
Jesus.
All right, Aaron.
All right, Aaron. Name 3 players that have tied the record for the most individual immunity wins in a season.
In a season, Mike Holloway and Joe Anglim and most of this Ozzy?
Joe Anglim is incorrect.
Dang it. All right.
You had Terry, Tom Westman, and Colby in there. Oof. So here you go. If you get this one right, Andy, you're moving on. You're still alive, though, Aaron, even if this one goes down. All right. Who is the only player not on Survivor Blood versus Water to play with both Sierra and Laura Moret?
Both Sierra and Laura Moret? That would be Monica Padilla.
That is correct.
Wow.
That is correct. All right. So, Andy, you're moving on to the final here. You might only have
Yeah.
one more chance if because everybody else has 2 losses now. So if somebody doesn't take down Andy in the first round of that, that's it. But we got Caitlin and Andrew coming up now. We don't have to say goodbye to you yet, Aaron. So hang around.
Okay.
Andy, Aaron. All right, Caitlin and Andrew. Andrew, Caitlin. Hello. How are you?
Hello.
Welcome back. This is it. The loser's getting eliminated. Alexa, we're doing number 55. Scroll down.
Thank you. All right, pick a number, any number.
1.
7.
Okay, pick another number.
Yeah, don't do that.
All right, we're going to do the number for 57 there, Alexa. The number was 4, so you both win. So pick another number each.
There was another number.
10.
4.
All right, Andrew, the number was 6. What do you got? First or second?
I'll go second.
Okay.
Caitlin, who's picking? Or who's reading?
Alexa.
All right.
I love it.
So we're still doing 50, and the questions 55.
Yeah, 55 and 56.
Okay, cool. Who is the only player to win the Get a Grip challenge twice? And the challenge is the hanging onto a pole.
Ozzy.
That's correct. All right, Andrew. Name both contestants to have won 2 final immunities.
Both contestants to win 2 final immunities. I want to say Russell and Natalie Anderson.
It was Russell, and I got to look up Natalie Anderson because now, how is Natalie Anderson not on here, Alexa? It might be 2 out of 3.
Ask intern. I was useless setting this up.
Absolutely. Let me see. Let me see here. I gotta check. This is my bad. No.
For
So
everyone
Natalie,
listening, I do a lot for this podcast. I just wasn't very helpful with this.
at all. Natalie Anderson did not actually win the immunity challenge at Final 4 of Survivor San Juan del Sur. So at the final immunity challenge, Jacqueline actually won it. So the other answer, I'm glad that I still have this one right. It was Amanda Kimmel. Amanda Kimmel.
Yeah.
All right, Alexa.
Okay. Who won individual immunity twice but never made the merge? Ooh.
Um,
I'm going to need an explanation of this after.
Boston Rob.
Good guess.
It was Marcus Lehman. So in Gabon, he won the first immunity challenge at that like weird whatever thing, like where they just climbed up the mountain so he couldn't be voted out first. And then he won an immunity challenge, but they had not merged yet. It was when they threw the freaking thing into the water. There you go.
Whoa.
There you go. So Marcus Lehman. All right. Next question. Andrew, what 2 players became jurors on day 39?
What players became jurors on day 39? I know Laurel is one of them. Suri?
No, it was Elizabeth Filarski. She became a juror on day 39 because Survivor Australia was 42 days.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good question.
Loophole. All right. There you
That's a
go.
good
So
question. That one
still
got
a 1-0 lead for Caitlin. 3 questions left for each of you.
Caitlin, who is the first contestant to be eliminated by consensus following a deadlocked tie?
This means there was no vote. They actually discussed.
I want to say Kimmy, but I feel like that's too far.
So what do you think?
What are you
I
going to
don't
say?
know. I'll just go with Kimmy.
That is correct.
That is correct.
Hey!
Stuck with that.
So did it happen until season 31?
Yeah, I think that's the only time it actually has happened because of a deadlock
Wow.
tie. We've seen other people actually go home just by discussing, but never because of a tie. That's a 2-0 lead. Kind of need this one, Andrew. Who was the first castaway to be the only representative of their gender on the jury for their season?
Can you say that question one more time?
Yeah. Who was the first castaway to be the only representative of their gender on the jury for their season?
Oh, jeez, I have no idea. Oh, geez.
Makes you feel better. I don't think Andy knows either. I'm watching his face.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows.
I don't even.
He's got one.
I'm gonna Pearl Islands.
No, because
No.
Krista and Tijuana were both on that jury.
Yeah.
It was Andy. You got anything? You got anything? You got anything? I put you on the screen and you're muted. You got anything?
I'm working my way through seasons. I'm up to Gabon and I haven't hit it yet.
I'm really happy that he doesn't know it yet. Go ahead.
Get him out.
Take your headphones off so you don't hear it. And we'll see if you actually got it right. The answer is actually Baylor Wilson.
Well,
Baylor Wilson.
Sorry,
Survivor of
San Juan del Sur.
That's it. All right. So if you get this one right, Caitlin, you eliminate Andrew.
Caitlin, can you tell me who the first male player to find the legacy advantage is?
God. I don't know when it started, but Ron Clark. I don't know.
No.
Jacob Derwin, Survivor Ghost Island.
Oh.
All right, Andrew, you got to get this one right to stay alive. In season 39, Tommy Sheehan won Survivor without winning immunity or possessing a single advantage. Which winner before him was the last to achieve this feat?
I believe it was Natalie White.
That is correct.
That is correct.
You're still alive. 2-1. One question left for each of you. If you get this right, Caitlin, you're moving on. If not, Andrew, you still have a shot.
All right. This is a weird one. Name one of 6 people to receive a vote from every member of their original tribe, but not be voted out at the first tribal council.
It's Final Four, kids. It's getting harder.
Can you repeat it?
Yeah, I'm trying to rephrase it, but I don't know if I'm going to make it work. Name one of 6 people to receive a vote from every single member of their original tribe, but was not voted out at the first tribal council.
So over the course of the season, they received a vote.
Pretty
from
much everyone in the peanut gallery has their head in their hands. This is so hard.
Yeah, it is. I will defend why I put this question, though, and also it's the Final Four. I wanted these to be hard, but I will defend why I put this question.
Why?
I'll wait until after.
Rick Devens.
No, but that was a good guess. That was a good guess. He never received votes, I don't think, from what do you call it, Big Wendy. Name one. So the reason I did this is because Alicia in Survivor Co-Wrong just kept getting votes from everybody, and everybody eventually did because Darnell thought it was going to be that. So that was the easier one of them. You also had Patrick Bolton. You had Jatia, who was another name that I figured people would have thrown out there. And then the 3 that I didn't think anybody would say was Ashley, Massaro, Jillian, and Sheehan. So,
yeah,
it's tough. It's tough. Yeah. Got to make them hard. They can't all be who was the first boot. All right. Andrew, you get this right, you force a tiebreaker. You don't, you're out. Who was eligible to be voted out 15 times, the most of a castaway in a single season?
We have heads in hands, people.
This is a tough one. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say Natalie White.
No. That's a good guess, though. I think she's second with 14 or 13 or something like that. She's in the mix. The person who broke the record that she was a part of is Lauren O'Connell, because in her season, it was 15 times that she went to tribal council and never had immunity. Andrew, you're done. Caitlin, we're going to give him the screen. Caitlin, hang around because you're about to go again. Andrew, final words, thoughts?
Thanks for coming in.
No, this was a lot of fun. Thanks for putting this on. Definitely got farther than I thought I was going to be out like first. So
did pretty well.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Hey, you won the first round. You won a bunch in the losers bracket. That's pretty good. So, hey, not bad. Thanks for being a patron, and stick around to find out who's going to knock off Andy Vogel in the final.
Really.
I'm just saying he's gotten so many of those really hard questions that I was purposely doing so that nobody would get them. Aaron, you're back on. I know you're muted and video gone. There you are. You're back. Aaron and Caitlin, the winner of this goes on to face Andy. You'll have to win twice in a row to beat him. The loser of this is out, third place. Not bad. Not bad. Obviously not first, but still pretty good. Alexa, we're going to 57 and 58 and do the pick a number for number 15. So I know what it is. So just 1 through 10, guys.
2. 7.
All right. The number was 10. Do you want to go first or second, Caitlin?
Second.
And Andy, or I'm sorry, Andy. Aaron, who's reading to you?
You.
Thank you. All right.
Wait, but it's pod
57 and 58 is what we're doing. Yeah.
Okay, but the number was different.
Because we had used that number for the last one because they had said it.
Okay.
Same. All right, here we go. All right, Aaron. Who are the only 2 players to play 3 times and never participate in a tribe swap or switch of any kind?
I'm naming 3 players.
2 players. 2 players. They're but they've played 3 times.
Okay. And they've never been in a tribe swap. Okay. They've played only 3 times, not more or less.
Not more or less, 3 times. And they've never made a tribe swap. Or they've never been a part of a tribe swap. Like they've made it, but they've never been a part of it.
Okay. Okay. 2 people. I pretty much know that I'm not going to get it right, and if I do get it right, it'll take like 20 minutes. So I'm going to just kind of do a random one. I think Andrea has played 3 times, so I'm going to put her just because I'm pretty sure she's played 3 times. And then another 3-time player. I'm pretty much just going to pick a 3-time player. I can't even do that. I'm that tired. I guess just Cerise probably played 4 times. I'm doing Andrea and Cerise, knowing that that's
okay.
Wrong.
It was Russell and Coach. Heroes versus Villains never had anything. Samoa and Token Cheens never had anything. And then South Pacific and Redemption Island never had anything.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Sweet.
Next question.
What is the nickname of Shannon Waters?
Ooh, was that Cleopatra? Or was that different?
No, that was
Shambo.
Yeah, that was Sarah who was Cleopatra. It was Shambo. It was a trick question. That was
Cleopatra.
a trick question. Nobody knew her name was Shannon Waters. That should have been the real question, but that would have been in the first round. Got to get tougher now. All right, Aaron. Which Survivor contestant has the nickname King of Smash?
Kenny.
That is
Kenny
correct.
from Gabon.
That is correct.
Smart. That's his name.
Who is the only castaway among the final 7 of Philippines to never win individual immunity? Only castaway in the final 7 to never win individual immunity.
Lisa?
Correct.
Correct. That is
Yes.
correct.
There
It
you
went
go.
back and forth. Everybody else won it. It just kept going back and forth. Wait, but that's also not correct. Intern wrote that question. I just want this to be known that that is also. Is that correct? Hang on, I'm looking. I want
Well,
to
maybe
make
she's
sure.
not the only, but she didn't win an individual immunity.
Oh, that's right. And Denise won it very early. So no, that's correct. It was the only one. So we're right. We're right. All right. So Lisa was correct. I just wanted to make sure in case intern was wrong. All right. Aaron, how many female fans made the merge in Caramoan? And name them.
Female fans made the merge. I know Sherry made the merge. And I don't. That's Caramon is just so sad to watch. Sherry. So I guess I think there's more, but Sherry and one is Julia as well. 2 Sherry and Julia. That's my final answer.
You had it, man. It was 1 in Sherry. That's all it was.
Oh, man.
Tough wording.
Damn
Tough
it.
wording.
All right. Okay, that's fair.
That's all right.
All right.
You're still alive. 1-1.
Name one of the 2 players who currently holds the record for most tribal councils in a row receiving votes. So who's getting votes chucked in all the time?
Karishma.
That is incorrect.
No, but I feel like that could be
No,
close.
she didn't have it in back-to-back consecutive tribal councils. There was
Okay.
one where she didn't.
Jonathan Penner and Allison Raybold. She was
Yeah.
getting pummeled with votes.
I found that question on the Allison Raybold Survivor Wiki page, which I'm sure so many people go to every day. All right, next question. Listen close, Aaron.
All right.
Who was the second person voted out of Survivor Samoa?
Marisa was first, and so the second was. It's not Ashley Trainer. It's okay. Second person. It was. Ben was later on. Was it the cop? I don't remember her name. It wasn't Kelly, but it was the cop, maybe. So if I can get this person's name from whoever was after Marisa. Shoot.
We need a name.
Kelly, even though that's wrong.
Dude, it's brutal to like watch the thought process and know that it's right there. It was Betsy Bolin who was the cop. You were right.
The cop, yeah. And
You're
Kelly was a
right.
cop on a different season. All right, well that's okay. That's all right.
Hey,
Yeah.
you've been on this. You've
like
been
hearing
on
the
it with
thought
these.
process.
2-1. 2-1.
Which season has the most episodes?
Oh. All Stars?
That is correct.
That is correct.
Yeah.
18 episodes or something ridiculous like that. It's
I think
absolutely
you mentioned that in one of the winner
Mhm.
things.
All right, Aaron, you got to get this right to stay alive.
All right.
Which 2 seasons had an uneven number of male and female players?
Fiji and Palau. That's it. That's the answer.
That's what you're
That
giving?
That's what I'm giving.
Fiji is correct. Palau is not. It was San Juan del Sur. The 20s started off, and it was 8-10 because So Kim and her sister were pulled at the exact last second. So it was 8-10 in terms of the numbers on that season.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, now I know.
Now you know. Caitlin, you're moving on to the final to take on Andy. Aaron, that was brutal. You were on the money with Sherry and 1. You were on the money with Betsy. You just couldn't think of her name.
Yeah.
And you had Fiji. You had half of that one. I mean, that was close. You were right on it.
Yeah, you're right. That's tricky. I was halfway there on all of them, but you know what? I also feel like since I kind of got a free win, I'm okay with how it turned out. You know.
It's true. Hey, you worked
Good
hard
answer.
for that free win. You came in at the last second to save me from having to figure out how to do a 14-person bracket for 2 loss elimination, which would have been absolute hell. You came in, you saved it, and you know what? I appreciate it. So thanks for coming on. Hey, you made it all the way to final 3 after not even wanting to do it. Any other last words? Anything else before we boot you?
All I want to say is just thanks to both Alexa and Phil. You're doing great. Keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Andy's got his buff on. I'm just saying. So
Oh,
Caitlin,
suited
she's
up.
got hers. Andy just got his on. So here's how this is going to work. This is how this is going to work for this final round here. Caitlin, since you have a loss, essentially Andy has immunity in this first one. You got to beat him twice in order to take home the crown.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. Because it's 2 loss eliminations. So you win this first one and you force a round 3. Alexa, we're going all the way up to 59 and 60 and then 61 and 62 if necessary. I know. So now
right.
Andy can study the numbers that were sent to him from intern clearly. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
2.
3.
The answer is 9. So Andy, who are you going first or second?
I'm going second. It's been my thing.
Caitlin, who's
Caitlin,
asking the
yeah.
questions?
Alexa.
I love it.
All
I
right,
love it.
Caitlin.
It feels very familiar.
Buckle up. All right, here we go. Who has the highest average number of days played?
Like
Average.
like per season.
Average number of days played across their seasons. Yeah.
Natalie.
It is actually Keith Fammy, who has an average of 41 days.
Forgot about him.
Yeah.
I
played
know, Phil,
once
when
and
you,
played
when
them.
you said season with like seasons, I was like, I don't
Well,
want
because it is. I mean, technically, it is. It's the
Yeah.
average across however many seasons they played. And he
Yeah,
played
I
41
know.
days on one season, which it's a trick question and
That
it's
was
obnoxious.
brutal.
That's a toughie.
That's an obnoxious question. That could have been you, Andy. That
Well,
could have
I
been
would
you.
have followed up with like minimum how many seasons.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Hey. All right. You ready,
No.
Andy? Who? All right. Hang on. What player lost the most challenges during the tribal phase across all of Survivor history? So what player has lost the most challenges during the tribal phase?
Oh my god. Let's say it was. Whew. That's rough. I feel like I knew it until recently. It's got to be someone who's played a lot. Let's go with Boston, Mother effing Rob.
It is not. It is Mookie from Survivor Fiji, who lost 12 challenges in Survivor Fiji in the tribal phase. I would have never known that. We did it, Alexa. We stumped them. All right, moving on.
Whew, okay.
That's a tough one.
Now you can give me easy ones for the rest of the way. It's fine.
Maybe.
I can assure you both it doesn't get easier. Name 2 of the women to win 3 consecutive individual immunity challenges.
Kelly Wigglesworth and Kim Sprout.
I feel like I couldn't watch you do that. You got 1. Kelly's Wigglesworth was correct. Kim Sprout was not. You
It
could
is
have
Chrissy.
chosen
Chrissy.
Tasha. You could have chosen Chrissy, and you could have chosen Dara from Survivor Pearl Island.
Which, of course, is the one we always all go to first.
Right.
One
Feel like
more
we're
thing
just-
from Survivor Trivia. All right. You ready for this, Andy?
Absolutely not.
Who was voted out with the smallest ratio of votes in Survivor history? So saying they had blank votes out of however many votes. Who was voted out with the smallest ratio of votes in Survivor history?
Okay.
And just to preface, it is not the time that Suri went out with 0 votes. That is not the. That is it.
No.
They actually received votes.
Okay. What was the? Trying to think of your 13-player merges, and I think that's going to get me in the wrong spot. Let's say the only one that I know for sure at 9 and a 5-4 vote is Brooke. So I'm going to say Brooke.
Incorrect. The smallest ratio was 1 vote out of 7, and they went home. It was Lauren Rimmer.
Oh, I thought you meant like closest. Oh.
No. Blank votes out of how many votes? Smallest ratio. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Trick questions. Hey, you're both 0 for 2. 3 questions left for each of you.
We're doing great here.
It's the finals, man. It's the finals.
Survivor China was the last season to have the kidnapping twist. How many times did a kidnapping occur on that season?
Okay. Say 7.
It was 4.
It was 4. 4. All right. Here we go, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the only player in Survivor Gabon to win a challenge post-merge but not be a finalist?
Win a challenge post-merge, not be a finalist?
Mm-hmm.
So probably wasn't an immunity. Let's say, did Randy win something? I feel like Randy might have won something.
Is that your final answer?
No.
I'm just
like, you want me to be wrong.
I don't know. No, that's not.
I'm trying to read the faces. It's a social game, Phil.
It's almost 4 hours. What it is?
Turn off my camera.
Yeah. Let's change it up and let's say Kenny.
It is Kenny. Kenny is the correct answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kenny is the correct answer. So it's 1-0. 2 questions left for each of you.
Caitlin, name the 2 players who have to not participate in an immunity challenge. And this does not count. It doesn't count if you. I'm not wording.
Just read it. Just read it the way it's written. It makes sense the way it's written.
Name the 2 players to not participate in an immunity challenge despite not being tempted out by food. I feel like there's a lot of negatives.
They sat out for reasons other than food.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
I know
bad.
this one.
Kelly Wentworth and Sierra Easton.
No, it is Philip and Missy. I know Missy. I don't know why Philip.
Philip was afraid of drowning. He was gonna he had a drowning thing when they did the hauling, so he was like, "I'm not getting in the water," even though he did the one where they hid under the grate.
Yep.
So
that was it.
In second chances, didn't they do? You could sit out to get your shelter built.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking of.
Now I have to look this up because you might have gotten this right. And look, we've had some of these questions be wrong. Kelly Wentworth. Wait, what season is this?
Count that as a temptation.
Yeah, but we said not being
food.
tempted by food. That was the thing. We did say
I
not
think
being.
Joe and Keith were the only ones that participated.
Okay.
Oh, let me see, because this might actually throw a wrench in the plan. Do you know what season this took or what episode this took place in?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's not a real trivia question. It's more of just.
It was the double.
It was the double boot.
Yeah.
The one where
and it was not the one where Fishback found the advantage. It was the one after.
Okay, I'm trying to think. So it was the night Sierra and Steven went home.
Yeah, so I think it was the challenge that Steven went home from.
All right, so hang on, I'm going here.
I'm also just totally blowing smoke because I don't actually know.
I mean, you could know, though. That would make sense. So let's see.
Here's bluffing.
I don't know this. I got to look this up because I'm really not sure. So Wentworth, Abby Maria Wentworth found a clue. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Wentworth. So Alexa, fill the dead air. Start talking to them.
I have literally I have no recollection of that challenge even. So
I don't either. So that's why I'm really stumped here.
Just like control find. John
trying.
said episode 10 this allegedly happened.
Okay. I'm going to episode 10. I'm on episode 10. During the challenge, Kelly Wentworth found a hidden immunity idol. No, that's episode 11. While the challenge, let me see. I don't see it. I'm trying to find it. I mean, that might be correct. And now,
do we give it?
Let's ask another question. Let's do that. Let's ask another question in case we're wrong, because we might be wrong, and I just can't remember.
Here's another question. Who is the tallest player in Survivor history?
Mitchell Olsen. Is that his name?
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank T-Bird for that.
That is true. Yeah, John just
7
said
foot.
that it was that thing was correct. So you would have been right on the other thing anyway. So you got that one right. So it's 1-1. Got to get this one right here. Or, 2 questions left for each. Andy, who is the only female to win an individual immunity challenge in 3 different seasons?
Andrea.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm. All right, Caitlin.
Got to get this to stay alive or you're out.
Who was the first contestant to be voted out first, but not eliminated first?
Is that Samir?
No.
No.
It was Jolanda.
Jolanda in Survivor Palau, which means Andy wins. Andy, you don't get your FaceTime yet. Caitlin gets her FaceTime first, even though she lost. Andy, you win. We'll give you your time. Caitlin, thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much for playing. You ran into a brick wall. You ran into a brick wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got any last words? Anything?
Yeah, I want to show you guys. I have a fire token necklace that I made
Ooh,
to match
love that.
Ben's. Yeah, and then also, if you guys have Tommy on again, I want him to show you guys his Disney mug collection because he's been talking about it a lot. I want to see it.
There you go.
Because I have a pretty big one.
Ooh,
That's
we'll have
awesome.
both on and we'll compare them.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. We'll get Tommy to have to show off. But Caitlin, thank you so much for coming on. Thanks for playing. Thanks for competing. That was good.
Thank you.
And now we got to give Andy his time. Andy, that was good, man. I was impressed. I really was, because there were some of these questions where I was even saying, like, Intern and I were doing it last night, and I was like, Intern, are these too hard? And he was like, probably. And I'm like, but at the same time, like, if we hit the final round, I want them to be more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And some of even the earlier ones, I was like, man, he's just pulling them out. Like, what are you going to do? So that's good. I'm glad you obsess over Survivor. That's good.
I obsess over a lot of things, but Survivor is definitely the biggest. So,
Andy, you also, I have to check my either Instagram DMs or my Facebook messages, but I believe you directly said, I'm going to win this thing. So
I think the line was, it's cute that these other people think they stand a chance.
I think I said it a little bit nicer, but you said it way more accurately. So
I'm not nice.
Yeah. Well, we needed the,
who gave you that impression?
We needed the villainous edit. You were down there in the bottom of the chat mouthing all the answers. And, well, the thing is, we're going to have to send you a buff at some point, which it looks like you got one on right now, the Winners at War. We got to wait for Buff to actually make buffs. That's
Fair
the
enough.
problem. We got to actually wait for them to make buffs. But
so hit us up and we'll hit us up with what you want, and I'll troll the buff sites and see what I can find.
I absolutely will. I had a very elaborate Jeff Kent-esque speech prepared if I were to lose.
But nothing if you win. That's what we love to hear. A humble winner and a sore loser.
That's a villain if I've ever seen one.
Oh, I'm the worst, I promise. I might have. Well, I'd like to think of myself as the Richard Hatch of Survivor Specialist trivia competitions. No one was rooting for me.
Yeah.
But you know what? Now you're going to do this for another 20 years.
That's it. And Caitlin Mink just said, in quotes, the $1 million check was already written. That's it. I mean, hey, that was a good performance, man. We're glad you were on. Glad you came out and did what you did. Yeah, no, that was good. That was really fun. And any last words? Because we're about to boot you forever before election. I take this 4-hour Apocalypse Now Redux edition home.
Well, don't do that. Follow me on Twitter. I don't actually tweet anything. But also, I will plug, because I plugged you guys to them. For those of you who are not aware, Sequester, which is an online reality show created by a former Big Brother player, is having a special event this Saturday where they are having 20 former Survivor players internationally competing for Glory. So that's going to be Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern on sequesteraccess.com. Definitely give that a watch, and then become a patron of that also, and then make that also grow, because right now it's one of very few shows that's still actually in production.
Love
something to watch and enjoy.
Hey,
For
we're
those of
getting
you who
there,
thought
though.
For those of you who thought this podcast is long, Sequester is like 9 hours long.
It is
so
insane.
buckle up. They seem fun. A couple of us were talking about it before we went live here, but
A lot of your regulars are competing.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true. And I want to give a shout out to Kyle, Caitlin, Aaron, John, and Morgan, who hung out the entire time. I know we booted half of the people before they were allowed to hang out. I know Kevin Smith wanted to hang out, but we booted all of you. So shout out to all of you for staying in and sticking with us for the 4 hours, especially you, Morgan. You started at 2:00 in the afternoon, and it is now 8:00 at night. So good job. But yeah, seriously, Andy, that was impressive. I loved it. This was really fun. I'm glad you got some of those right, because when Alexa's like, this is too hard, I'm like, Andy's got me. So even though you thought I wanted you to get them wrong, that's not true. And yeah, just be in contact. We'll send you a buff at some point. Otherwise, $20 patrons, thank you. Andy, we're booting you here. $20 patrons, thank you. Let us know what you want from us, and we're about to post this thing on YouTube. I was going to edit it if any of you said anything bad or anything, but I just probably won't put it on as a podcast. It'll go on our YouTube, so anybody who wants to watch it and get some Survivor trivia, it'll be there, and you can all follow along. You can tell your families, your friends to watch.
You guys are basically internet famous now, so
that's it. Hey, you're on a channel, and people watch us. So thanks for that. Alexa, take us home, because my jaw hurts.
This was the longest podcast we've ever done. I think we finally beat the War Dog podcast, but I don't have to tell you guys to follow us on social media, because I'm sure you already do that. I can't tell you to be a patron, because you're already the highest level of that. So thank you all for being awesome. Thank you for everything. And as Phil said, there's no way to do a power rankings game over this summer. And I think this was really fun, because we actually got to meet you guys. So if you guys have any ideas of what you want us to do in July, August, and possibly to September, depending on what the season looks like, just message us. You know how to get in touch with us. We're more than happy to hear your ideas. Again, you guys are totally awesome. And thank you so much. This was a ton of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Bye, everyone.